Woof.
Good evening. Again, I'm here. Hello. Yeah. So, wait, what's over there? No? I thought I heard something. I lied. Never mind. What? No. Go away. I don't need you. You don't need to look at me. No, I know, but I'm supposed to say something. Yes, you are. Do you remember? No. Yeah, okay. No, wait, let me face forward. We're gonna do some stuff and play some games, and people are gonna watch because we're doing well now, apparently. Yes, we are. Well done. That what you want to say? My back hurts like this. Dada's weird. Can I get down now, please? Yes. Go on then. Oh,
Definitely.
there we go.
Split personality. Perry has schizophrenia. Tune in to find out what the rest of us have.
James has general retardedness.
Apparently, I have a bit of everything.
Oh, so yeah, good evening. Another different day session, so we're doing it on Thursday of this week. Woo. Because we can't do the weekend. So we're going to do more of the Teraann Wars. We're going to jump into it. Does anybody have any announcements?
Yes.
We have an announcement.
About the last video. So we, crazily, the algorithm found a video it liked. So, stats for the latest video, guys. Currently, 325 views, considering we average anywhere between 5 and 10. 305 hours of watch time. Average watch time is 56 minutes and 19 seconds, which at one point was over an hour. Reach. So this is how many people's screens it's appeared on, whether they clicked it or not. 21.4 thousand.
Oh, damn. You know that bit.
Oh, damn!
That's fucking good.
Me and Perry Monday night were sat watching it just go ding, 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 ding.
We were literally watching it go up.
We clicked refresh and it jumped by 1,000.
We split our videos in half to find a good point. Because our videos are too long and the algorithm's like, too long.
No, because that video is the entirety. No?
Nope, it's like 3.5 hour.
Oh, is it 3.5 hour?
It's the first
it's the first half of the Layers of Aetheris one.
Yeah. We have a plan. We will discuss off camera because business secrecy and all that. But
dun, dun, dun.
We have figured out something and we think we know why. So we're going to capitalize on this shamelessly.
It's the dog, isn't it?
It's not.
No,
the dog.
Jack wasn't in the video.
Which Jack?
Oh. Sorry, I had to throw something. He doesn't get anything against him, so I had to.
Oh, wow.
Sweetheart.
He is the sweetheart, but he deserves bullying every now and then.
Fine, if you want me to go.
No, please don't.
No.
No,
Please
don't
stay.
come back.
Please don't go.
He's a sensitive old man.
They need a healer.
Yes.
So, yeah. Doing very well. So, hopefully, if we keep this up... Well, to start monetization, you have to have 3,000 hours of watch time in a year.
All I'm hearing is thank you to everyone who's watched our videos.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you
Wow.
ever so much to everybody that's watched it. I
I
know they're long, and people's attention span has been ruined by TikTok and Instagram shorts.
Good
and
background
Facebook
noise.
shorts.
We're a good
But,
background noise.
Yeah, listen to us for background noise. We're stupid. You don't need to watch much of it anyway because it's all crappy little maps and me talking and them talking.
If you can
It's what
call
my
me
mother
two
does.
talking.
Well, I will say, 90... in fact, let me get back onto the video. I've just come off it. So, obviously, we appreciate everyone watching, and you are the best ever. However, where is the analytics of this?
We like you watching, however.
Keep
That's a great
watching.
way to pause it.
However, if you could drop a subscription as well, because 0.1% of the viewers were subscribed.
Oh, that typical YouTube jargon.
Like and subscribe! Where's the
And
camera? Like and
click the
subscribe.
Click the bell or something.
Oh,
yeah,
don't
like it as a
click the bell.
subscribe.
Don't click the bell. Oh.
Just click subscription when you know you can.
We
actually
upload
view
once
the
a week. It's not like
subscribers.
we're going to be flooding people's feeds. Although we are uploading another one tonight. So
Tomorrow.
It's just literally click subscription and there's
Tomorrow,
all the
Barry.
people you
I'll
subscribe
do it
to.
tomorrow.
Okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yes.
He's got to save his wife from the snow.
Yeah, I would do it tonight, but I've
Very
got to
true.
go rescue my wife from the snow after the D&D.
That is fine. So, anybody else? Any other announcements?
I'm not here on the 7th.
I'd like to announce that Ryan's a little bitch.
We
I
knew
like
that
to
as an
announce that
announcement.
Ryan's awesome.
I thought we said no lying.
Why are you here then?
Wow. I
That
am
was
not a
good.
pathological liar.
Anyway,
am.
D&D time.
Okay.
Liar.
D&D.
So we'll jump into tonight's session, and Josh can do the whole roll credits.
And now
Okay. So,
You fucker.
as of last time, I called many people you fuckers.
Yeah, that's getting clipped.
Who would like to... James, take that off your head.
Take off my head. I see nothing on my head.
Who would like to do a rundown of last session?
So we'd finalised the combat the session before, so we did a little bit of poking and prodding around what was the back of the shop. One of us got hit by a trap chest, but we don't talk about that. The others managed
okay
to
there?
find a hidden entrance underneath a little stove that kind of slid out and showed some stairs, which we all went down, very narrow, impossible to get past without a lot of touching. Uncomfortable, awkward touching as well. We then entered this room that previously was full of lots of people. I say previously because those people are now all dead. Through
Or ice
various means, ice, blunt force trauma, ethereal, eternal, weird magic. They're dead. One of them seemed to be a vampire. She died, quite spectacularly. She was a bitch, but she died.
We held on for a while.
She did hold on for a while. I'm impressed. But
Now we're
fuck
going to
her.
die.
Guard N, this lovely person here who had a letter last time,
Now he's the only one doesn't have one.
opened the door, walked in after everyone had died, saw everyone was dead and just went, nope. Fucked off. We've chased him. And we are now here where Hildrath Duerdath, potentially Hildrath Duerdath, or someone who has access to 8th level magic, which if that's the case, we're fucked.
Right, I have a 3rd level counter spell.
Actually, what are my spell slots left? I need to load up my other ones.
I
well.
have a C.
Yes, but
I have
that's
no
not
idea
going
what's
to
going
save you
on.
from a save.
I'm just collecting bodies.
Yoink. Yoink.
Ammunition.
Yep. But yeah, that's generally where we're at. Oh yeah, I managed to kill 7 people at once.
Yep.
7 people at once. New record. I fucked 7 people at the same time.
I knew he was a bard.
What's better? You killing 7 people in one round or Paladin Missile?
Paladin missile.
Paladin
Oh.
missile.
Can't be Paladin missile.
Paladin missile. 100%. Oh my god, Ryan. Can we turn you into demon missile?
Yes.
Sold. So for those who are unaware,
It is
before-
in the previous video, so I wouldn't
Is the
spoil
story so
anything. If
far?
you want to go and hear about Paladin Missile, go watch the story so far video.
Go watch the story so far, or just think Paladin being ejected at high speed through a person. It was glorious.
One of my finer moments as a DM. You
Glorious.
can do it. Oh,
You were like,
Not
you
glorious. Glorious.
and glorious. Yeah, Perry was like, you can roll for it. You won't roll high enough. Instantly rolled high enough. Fuck.
Bear in mind, you hadn't rolled high enough to do anything the rest of the campaign.
Nope. Or that session especially.
But
Yeah.
it was just a I get hit
Okay.
thing.
Quetch was good at tanking.
I get hit.
and insulting people.
Quetch should have taken
No,
a point into Bard for vicious mockery.
No, because then it wouldn't have landed.
Hey.
It's called wishful mockery for a reason, Josh.
Just saying.
Wow.
So, as I remember correctly, and I do remember correctly because this is where I stopped it because you went fuck you. Jack of Tails, with the door that just closed basically behind or in front of you. Jack of Tails opened the door and was preparing to throw a spell or an attack at the guard
It was
as we ended the session.
going to be Ray of Frost him. Because
Okay.
I have about 30 seconds left of my...
So you are still
transformation.
in loose initiative, so I will just let you take this one.
Thanks. Right. I'm going to roll the dice that DM gave me to hit because, you know, apparently they're loaded, but the DM gave me, so it doesn't count.
Exactly.
And the like rune circle thing, does that actually, is there like a rune circle on the floor?
We'll get to that in a minute because you guys can't see.
I can see.
Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Okay.
Just.
I rolled an 8, but thankfully, in this form, it's a +8. And now it's 2d8.
How long does that form stay up?
It's a minute, which is why I've got about 30 seconds left because of, like... the.
Yeah.
Elegance.
That's a D8, and that's a D8. No, that's a D100. There's a D8, there's a D8. I mean, I can roll a D100 if you really want for frost damage.
Yeah, but any over damage will go on you.
Old.
Out of curiosity!
Do it.
That's actually kind of worth it. Can I take you up on that offer?
No, you have to say before you roll.
No.
Damn it!
It
What
was
was it?
69, wasn't it?
22 damage.
Well, the guard only has 1 HP, so
No, the guard would be dead.
The god, how much damage would go to me, hypothetically?
Exactly the same amount of damage that went to the guard.
What? Oh, fair enough. I'll roll my 2d8. That's 14 damage.
14 damage. So you describe how you murderize his face.
So again,
As he is running he's running towards to go down like here.
I would just Ray of Frost, and I suppose it would probably wing a shoulder. And as he's running, he would freeze, and his body would freeze shoulder down. But as he reached his leg would snap, and he'd fall with no leg. And as he hit the ground, just shatter. And all that's
Shatter
left is
down.
one like mid shin leg just frozen to the ground like that. You asked me to describe it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So you finish shooting him and he just kind of shatters everywhere. And you take yourself and you kind of like compose and have a little look around. At this point, your form drops.
Damn it! But that's fair, right?
So it ended naturally.
Close that character sheet.
So you are okay.
I didn't even take any damage in it either. Woohoo!
You didn't.
I only used one
Thanks,
spell
Because you
slot.
couldn't, because they all died.
Evocation mage with 4th level spells, bitches!
I'll take it. That means my blade song also ends, Perry.
It does indeed.
and my form of dread,
And your form of dread.
and my concentration spell.
Your form of not
I
so
have no more
slightly,
spell
not
slots.
so dreadful, but kind of scary.
And nothing of mine.
Are you walking through the room, or do you just want to take stock of your surroundings before you go in?
I would step to there to give the others time to walk in, space to walk in.
Okay.
And just say, just
That-
be careful coming in.
As you walk in, you see the back of Hildrath, crouched in between, or in the middle of a runic circle that's kind of carved into the ground and glowing. He's back towards you on his knees, hands in front, just head sort of bowed slightly. Hasn't acknowledged the guard murderized and now on the floor. Hasn't acknowledged your entry just yet.
Can I recognize the runic circle at all to glean a purpose?
Roll me an Arcana check.
I think you'd have to take magic.
But also you can't do it from out there.
Yeah, I'll come in.
Come inside.
Dink. Ooh. 23.
Ooh.
23.
19.
That's a spicy meatball.
The spicy meatball.
Ah,
So as you walk in, you take stock of these runes. They look familiar from some of the runes that are around your home city. They basically represent sort of like warding glyphs. They are in a state of activation, but not active as of yet. Some of them you recognize as more like barrier runes, others more like mind protection, some vitality protection type runes. There is an all manner, but they are more sort of like warding
Does
runes.
anyone have a can of spray paint?
Okay. So I get from that the sense that it's working but not currently active.
It's in a state of activation.
It's being activated. It's in the midst of being activated.
Act now or forever hold your peace.
And I
Is South staying in there, by the way?
Sarth is collecting dead bodies.
Okay.
He's just heard the last guard be murdered, and no one's called for him. He wants ammunition.
seeing
So-
that the barrier things haven't fully activated, can I cast Eldritch Blast at this guy?
You certainly can.
I don't like the way he said that, Jack. I'm just going to take an extra step to the right, Perry.
I just say, oh, not even going to give him a chance to talk, no?
While he's powering up the Eldritch
I'll
Blast,
miss on purpose, it's fine.
It's a
I'm
it's a
Assuming he
warning shot.
missed.
Well, it's a 19
The 19 hits.
and a natural one.
Natural one does not.
damn it.
The 19 is for 13 damage, and he's pushed 10 feet away from me.
Oh, that would knock him out of the runes, potentially.
Okay. So, let me just check something. Bear with.
No. He's checking stat blocks, boys. He's checking stat blocks! This is resistant to force damage. Get fucked.
I think only like gem dragons and like 5 other things are.
Homebrew. Perry
Why
could
is that
make
not-
something that's immune to everything.
Totally good.
Yeah,
Ryan
I
did
do
that.
feel like
I
that's
am
a
completely
god
immune.
thing.
What are you gonna do?
Ryan did that. It was completely immune to everything unless we use very specific weapons.
Wish spell. Fuck. Take his immunities away. Fuck, I didn't take counter spell.
We tried Wish. It didn't work.
You didn't try Wish.
Oh no, we tried Wish to get there. We shrunk, yeah. So to clarify, Ryan did a one shot where a part of the wish, someone wished me, they'd shrunk me to the size of like a grain of sand, and then wished me to be in someone's eyeball, and then released the spell.
And that was only the mini boss. They wasted it.
You say wasted, I
Lol.
say pumpkinhead.
So, he's knelt, facing away from you. One of your Eldritch Blasts kind of, as you're sort of like hesitating whether to do it or not after what Yuki just said, one of them does swing wide. The other one hits. And as it hits, Jack, you would get a better view of this being slightly side on. The like missile hits, and from your point, Sarkhan, it looks like it hits him. Jack, you see that it maybe it's about that far off, and then just goes,
Oh, we're fighting
Around
Gojo
him.
Satoru.
and there's almost like a purpley kind of pink shimmer at the point of impact.
I just like, he has some kind of shield around him.
You don't need to talk about me like I'm not in the room.
Okay, Hildrath has some kind of shield around him, don't you, Hildrath?
He kind of the
whatever
head comes
you're
up.
calling yourself.
He looks over his shoulder at Jack. Very perceptive.
Thank you.
He then sort of stands up, turns, and faces
I'm
you. all.
gonna look around. Sarth, we might need you in here after all.
So, tell me, Hildrath, are you actually who you say you are, or are you really Eliath?
At the moment, I'm Hildrath.
So you're Eliath. Okay, good to know.
No, that I am not.
Well, guys, at least we know it's not Eliath.
Trust me, if it was Eliath, you wouldn't be stood here.
That's why I'm happy you're not Eliath. If it was Eliath, I would have run by now.
You have some sense, at least.
Call it a survivor's instinct.
And is that really a good way to greet someone after you've followed them?
I don't know what you mean. We just happened to walk into the shop and were helplessly attacked by the guards. They just attacked us out of the blue, and we defended ourselves. We chased them down here. You know, it was terrible what happened. Terrible misunderstanding. I would be actively
Sounds
trying to
familiar.
persuade him to that, or deceive him with that.
Roll a persuasion or deception check.
I'm happy with that because... Perry, will a minimum of 21 pass it?
No.
Oh!
About 51.
Technically speaking, the highest I could get is 31.
If I stand there with my hand on my chin nodding, will that class as help?
No, no, it will not.
Do you know what? I appreciate the attempt. Though. I will take the help to my soul, even if it
I
doesn't
run
help me,
over,
actually.
cast guidance, and run back.
Absolutely not.
It's okay, guys. How does a 31 sound?
He looks at you and goes, "Oh yes, that must have been terrible for you fighting
I
through
got a
all
nat
of those
20.
big bad people." He also got a nat 20 to see if you were fucking up.
Oh! Oh, honestly.
That's why I was like, "No, it's not going to work."
Honestly, I can only apologise for the state we've had to leave some of the guards in. It was a terrible misunderstanding. Please take my heartfelt apologies on this.
Oh, they were a means to an end. It's fine.
Oh, in that case, never mind. They were fucking idiots.
The ones upstairs were. Down here, they had a little bit more training behind their belts, but
I mean, they didn't. I just go. They didn't feel like it. Anyway, what's with the magic?
what's with the dead people?
They're
Good counter.
celestials.
Celestials.
They're celestials.
James, are they summoned by a magic effect?
It's a class feature, I think.
They're reanimated, but you don't usually be able to dispel magic on them.
It's a class feature, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it a class feature or is it like...
It's reanimate dead.
Oh, so
So
if
same
dispel
thing,
magic would
reanimate.
work?
yeah,
Because it's a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, the familiar would definitely just patoof.
So as they enter the room, they fall into a pile of bones.
Familiar doesn't. Familiar goes poof.
Familiar... He's gone.
Okay.
The others, they
you need some
walk
better
in.
Celestials.
And there's kind of like there's a small delay on it. And as they walk in, they just... and just crumble.
One moment.
No, please, take your time. Pick them up.
We don't do
It's
litter around
unfortunate.
here.
You do murder, though.
I say self-defense. Some say murder. It's all up in the air.
From their point of view, you were the ones breaking and entering. So
From our point of view, they were the ones attacking.
we could go about this for hours.
We could. Let's
shall
not.
we?
Let's not. Yes.
Someone thinks they're a smart ass, so I'll leave it.
I
at
know,
that.
Sarth. How
He
could
turns
you?
to Sarkin and just goes, as I was saying, it's not exactly a polite way to be greeting someone with, what was it, Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
I want
Yes,
to work on your manners a little bit there.
Sorry, I just didn't like people in magical circles.
I also don't
Oh,
think it's very
this.
good manners parading around as a counsellor and not even saying hello to the governess.
Oh,
I didn't need to say hello to the governess.
is it because you're not actually the counsellor?
No, it's not her that I'm interested in.
Oh, who are you interested in?
Now that is a question that I'm not sure you, of all people, Yuki Manso, want to know the answer to.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
Are we just
Or are
gonna?
you too scared to tell us?
Are we just gonna gloss over the fact he's just used your last name, which means he knows who you are?
I don't care about that.
Not scared in the slightest,
Okay.
but maybe have a little word with your nephew.
I'm gonna step away from Yuki after that. He strikes me as a fireball magnet.
What's my nephew ever done to you?
He's done nothing but be of help.
Give that little shit a clip round the ears then.
So what can I do for you? Well, there must be a reason as to which you've followed me into this dark and dreary location.
Well, we thought you might be a liar, if we're completely honest.
No.
He laughs. He laughs.
No, I did not.
So you actively followed somebody who you thought was a liar down
Yes.
into a crypt.
Yes.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I did. Mostly because I
The
wanted to see
idiot.
if it was true or not.
The idiot doesn't speak for us.
I speak for myself. These guys can speak for themselves as well. I thought you were a liar. That's why I came here.
Interesting. You have a set of cojones on you. Nice.
Debatable.
I'm not entirely sure if it's brave or stupidity, but
Stupidity.
I gathered as much.
Yeah, don't worry. Brave is not something I would use to describe myself, right, guys?
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, I've known you less than a day.
Yeah, fair point. South excluded.
I
What?
just throw a bit of meat onto the runes and see what happens.
Bit of meat.
Yeah, like a ration.
You throw a bit of meat on the runes and it just slaps onto the ground.
Perry, can I just very subtly use minor illusion to try and dancing lights to create some dancing lights behind him?
What dancing lights? Is it verbal somatic? No, that's the
Uh,
same thing. No, it's not.
no,
Wait,
verbal is somatic is hands.
that's it.
Yeah, verbal and
It's
somatic.
both, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you do it subtly?
So I'd kind of just like put my hands like that as if I was cracking my back, and then do that, and then like do the somatic behind my back, and then verbally just kind of do really quietly under my breath, using my
What would you
stage
say?
skills. I don't know what the thing is for dancing lights.
It'd be some kind of magic phrasing.
I didn't think that
Something
far
like light.
ahead. Oh yeah, I go. Actually, I'll be like, oh, I mean, it's not very light in here as I'm stretching my back out.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh, these are actually pretty good. 16.
Yeah, you get your 3 dancing lights. They appear behind him.
Do they?
It's a wall.
No, I mean like because his skeleton's dropped. Do the lights also
Get dispelled.
just get dispelled?
No.
Interesting.
James, have you got your dispel magic, your magic sight thing up?
Yeah,
Detect magic.
it's a free
You can
sight
see that
rather than will.
the sphere around him is shrinking in. It is now only in maybe like a 5-foot thing around him.
Neat trick you've got with your magic around you.
Kind of looks at you.
Can I lightly just flick another like a bit of tinder from my tinder box at him, see if it hits him?
Meat! Tinder!
1 sec. He looks and he kind of goes, interesting that you can see that, and sort of looks you up and down with a slight look of. He's a little bit puzzled as to how you can see.
Shared lineage. Maybe different houses, but nonetheless.
Perception check from everyone quickly.
Oh no. Wow. Right.
I'm not
11.
Zadar.
Oh,
I can see
15.
shit.
13.
Natural 20, 25.
23, 18
Nice.
plus 5.
Anybody that rolled above a 20,
Fuck.
you see that his face, kind of around the jawline area and sort of up the cheek slightly, just ripples.
Should have hidden that with a beard, mate.
What is he hiding with a beard?
Do you throw a little bit of tinder?
Yeah, just like a little wood shaving. See if it hits his cloak or anything, or whatever he's wearing.
Are you throwing it at him?
Yeah.
Just roll me an unarmed attack. There'll be no damage for it because you're not trying to do damage. You won't be able to. with
Yeah.
tinder Anyway.
19.
19.
Yep.
Hits him and like kind of hits the cloak and just sort of bounces down slightly.
Okay, so it's magical, your shield, then, is it?
This is very interesting that we're just stood here. You've not told me why you're here, and you're
I did.
making silly attempts at to.
To be
Trying to
fair,
discern.
he did
I
tell.
was going to say, to be honest, I
Oh,
told
yes.
you the truth.
So where's the life, then? You wanted to know why we're here? Where is he?
What makes you think I'd tell you that?
Ah, so that means you do know.
He does know.
Indeed. Do you think he's working for him, guys, or merely just a meat puppet?
Oh, well, if he knows where he is, he's definitely working for him.
True. I mean, a life does
True.
like to surround himself with weaklings, doesn't he? Makes him feel more powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Your powers of deduction are spot on. I mean, round of applause.
I take a very over-the-top
Truly.
stage bow, like, oh, thank you.
I'd give the round of applause.
Oh,
While
thank you,
they're
Sarkhan.
talking,
Your
I'd just
small
like
insults.
to draw that great sword and just start holding it.
Sarth,
Okay.
might not work, but let us just talk for a minute. Okay, why are you
No,
here
no,
then? We've
not for
told
now.
you our truths. You tell us yours.
Just perusing the goods, which are now unfortunately gone.
Ah, so you were in the slave business.
It's clear that you have literally zero idea what you're talking about. You just like to talk, don't you?
Yes, and you're also a drow, so slavery drow makes sense.
Jack,
Hey.
I think he
No,
was.
no, no,
I
no.
think he was looking at bits for ships. I think they're building a warship.
Oh,
Oh, this is fun. Keep guessing, please. This is actually quite interesting. I want to hear your theories.
oh, you
Now
don't.
you can all see, while he gets a little bit excited, the left side of his face just flickers.
Does it glow in any way?
No, but what you can see from the underneath as it almost like kind of flips slightly and then flips back, but in very, very small like hexagons all up and down his face. One side is white, the other side is the grey dark elf skin.
So you're gonna show us your actual face, then, Changeler? I mean, well, either you're not leaving here alive or we're not. So you might as well.
I'd like
It
to
doesn't
leave
need
here
to
alive.
come to violence, does it? And he drops his form, and stood in front of you
we go.
is a porcelain white, black eyes, no hair, completely bald. Changeling.
Changeling
just-
who has 8... Oh, very powerful
Oh!
cleric.
That was interesting. I don't like being him. His skin just feels weird.
Okay, genuine question, Mr. Changeling. Or what is your actual name?
The name's Ace.
Of course it is. Okay, Ace. With an eye roll. When you change into someone, do you like take on their personality, or is it just looks?
No. Nah, just
Wow.
looks.
So you're always an asshole. Okay, good to know.
Most people would say that, yes.
Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate the level of acting you did there. From one stage performer to another.
I mean, at least one of us is good.
I mean,
Let's be
you shouldn't
honest.
put yourself down like that. You are good. Don't worry.
Let's be honest, Jack. Changelings don't have their own personalities because they're always being someone else.
Not
Ooh,
always. I do spend a lot of time as myself.
I wouldn't if I was you. And I'd look him up and down. Can I get a free custom Wishful Mockery for that?
No,
I'm
you
joking.
Before they tip you far enough that you try to murder in response.
Trust me, all of these words, the shield may as well be against them. The prattlings of idiots mean nothing to me.
I wouldn't blame you if you did decide to slice them. By
See,
the way,
him
you
I
mentioned a
like.
deal.
A deal?
Yes. You said maybe we could cut a deal, and I'm very much interested. Deals are very much something I'm good at.
Well, I don't
It do
remember
turn out
saying
to be
that,
fair.
but if you have a deal in mind, my allegiances can be swayed.
At this point, I would step away from Sarth back towards Yuki.
Can I insight check that to see if that's actually he
Ooh.
actually means that
See if it means what.
that his allegiance can be swayed?
Yeah, go for it.
Meh.
Yeah.
9.
What'd you get?
9.
9?
9.
Yeah, potentially. You think his allegiance could be swayed?
I mean,
Doesn't give you any indication that he's bullshitterying.
So, in regards to this deal, to be fair, I'm not asking for much. Just the location of Elias.
I feel like
And
you've asked
Zafara.
Just
Yeah,
ask
no.
us Athara.
See, that, unfortunately, I can't give you, because I'm not privy to that information. Think of me more as a
Manservant?
scout, a finder of information for him. I've worked for him only for a couple of months now, so I wouldn't exactly class myself as a member of the inner circle, so to speak. But he does move around a lot. Although I could point you in the direction of somebody that would know where he is.
Close enough to my goal.
But what do I get in return?
Well, the easiest way to come to a conclusion. What would you like?
Oh, now this is interesting.
Ace, do you have any stories?
None that I'd be willing to tell you.
Oh
Well,
no,
the top
sorry.
card,
Let me
yeah.
rephrase that. Do you have any stories about you?
There is something that I would like. Actually, there's two things. And I might offer you something else to sweeten the deal, if necessary. First thing, he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a small necklace. On the end, a single tiny ruby. The rest of the chain is just normal silver. The gobshite there has to wear this for 3 days.
No. Look, it's not Yuki's fault.
If I was to put it on him, would he be able to take it off?
No. It won't do any harm, that I can guarantee you. In fact, you can check it over if you want. You can see it, the ruby is radiating magic.
What kind of color?
Oh crap.
Or just say a magic school-ish.
That's the thing, I don't know. Hold on.
Nope, not happening.
I'm not sure if it's going to tell me what school it is.
How about you tell us what the magic
Yeah.
item is and we'll tell you.
Illusion.
That was not expected.
And then it's illusion. Jeez. Light blue.
So it's going to make him
Ish.
turn into something. Look like something for the duration.
Nope,
Jack,
nope.
I can
Nope.
guarantee you, all this does is have an illusion spell tied to it.
And illusion spells can be very powerful. Believe me, as someone who practices stagecraft, who specialises in illusion magic.
Jack,
Yeah,
if
no.
you're a
that
good
now.
actor, you'd use it to your advantage.
Yeah,
And
but
you're
we
talking to a man who uses
Apparently, you're
deception.
not. If you don't want to, though.
Oh, I appear to have sowed dissension among the ranks. I do apologise. That was not my intention. What I will say then,
It's not hard.
any one of the four of you can wear it. I'll take that.
What was the
But
other
it
thing?
won't come off for 3 days.
What
At
was-
the end of the third day, it will release itself. And then you can sell it. You can do what you want with it. It should fetch you a pretty penny.
Spell magic.
Doesn't work.
Very interesting. Jack, I've dispelled it, so it's just an amulet now if you'd like to wear it.
Can I make a... Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't wear it. You'd have to force me to wear it. Jack would not wear something like that.
Yuki, are you any good at holding him down?
Wouldn't recommend it, boys.
Any one
Or-
of the four of you.
I'm
can wear
gonna
Or any
go
volunteer?
over.
I
And I'll
still
put
have
it on.
4th level spell slots. I wouldn't recommend it.
Go over. Walk up to him. Can I get close to him?
Get close to who?
Sarth has it.
South has it.
Uldra. Oh, South hat. Oh. Good tip. I'll go over and just take it. May I?
Yeah, I'd try to put it over your head.
It goes quite nicely over his head.
If you die, I'll resurrect you. Don't worry.
I'm
I like
counting
you.
on it.
Interesting. Good to know. The first effect will become apparent fairly soon.
And he's gone.
Boom. Second of all, no, I had a second and it's gone. Sorry, the little infighting there was rather amusing. You're really going to go against Goliath when you all act like that?
No, we pull together when we need to.
I do hope so.
We do.
Also makes it easier to use human shields.
Also, considering who he is, and I point to Sarth, I think we're good against Goliath.
I mean, one of the 8 isn't
That-
quite as strong, but
That brings me to
What?
my second point.
I thought the 8 were meant to be like god tier beings.
they have different strength ranges, I imagine.
Did you kill the
Otherwise-
weakest one?
Probably.
Oh, fuck.
Still an untold feat.
Oh,
but,
that's so many bets I've made that I'm going to owe money on now.
Does bring me to my second point. Before you go to face Eliath, and I have no doubt that you will, either he'll find you or you will find him, because you'll be pointed in the correct direction, but we'll see what happens when that comes. Do your research first. Some things have been happening. Eliath is... Well, I've only worked for him for a short amount of time, but I've heard other stories. I don't know how much is true, or how much you want to believe.
Every story has a kernel of truth.
You all should know that, Jack. I've heard some of your tales.
They are quite tall.
Just do your research first. Make sure that you're going after the correct person.
Oh, are you on about the whole Queen situation where she apparently reneged on a deal, which is why Eliath is doing what he's doing?
I don't care what you do with the Silver Star Kingdom. They're nothing to do with me.
Are you like
to be
a
quite
very
frank.
neutral party, or do you like the Imperium more?
Oh, I can get around in the Imperium. I have done for a while, being what I am.
I imagine
very
you
handy.
use life rather than anything else.
Oh, of course, self-preservation. Jack, you should know all about that.
Oh, don't I just?
Kindred spirits, then.
Actors
seem
and
very good.
survivors. We do what we must.
But whatever the case, just make sure that you are going after the right person.
For my goals, I very much am.
And then the final thing is I'd like to leave here alive, if possible.
I mean,
Oh, that's the deal.
if you don't attack us, we're not going to attack you.
Well, there's 4 of you. You shattered that poor bastard, and I can imagine the rest of my compatriots that are in the main hall, or were in the main hall and around, are already dead.
I did
There
gain
is-
a nice one.
There is quite a few new ice sculptures around.
Perfect. I will try and sell them.
You might get a pretty penny for some of them, actually. There's... Oh, no, she shattered into a million pieces. If you need ice cubes, there's plenty of those.
And now for my part of the deal, I suppose. He looks at Yuki. You sure you want to be here for this? Because you're not going to like it.
Yep.
Very well. I was asked about 3 days ago to head over to the Manzo estate. There, I spoke to your nephew. Eliath apparently had promised him a multitude of things for the city and for himself. The details of which I'm unfortunately not privy to, but they're there. Your nephew was smart. He kept contingencies and played his cards very close to his chest. But he is keeping Eliath's secrets. He knows where he is, and he knows what he's planning. That's all I know.
How about, Ace? What would it cost us, or what would you require for you to don the garb of Hildrath again and come to the Manzo estate with us? To add some severity to any accusations we bring. Obviously, only if you would like us to, Yuki, because family and all that.
I was just going to grab a little shit by his ear and throw him in front of his big sister.
That also sounds absolutely terrifying. That is also an option.
Zinani definitely does have a presence.
That woman would have done
And-
well on stage.
She does not know. But if you burst in there, having accusations, you better have some proof to back it up.
That's why you could come along with us.
I don't entirely think I'd be substantial enough proof.
Fair enough.
It's still just my word against his.
Um,
Regardless of whether I'm me or if I'm Hildrath.
I mean,
Which, by the way, in case you were wondering, I understand that you are probably with the Silver Star Kingdom. Hildrath is safe at home in Ansharis. I didn't hurt him.
I was going to say, if you wanted to survive, you wouldn't kill a councilman. That would just paint the biggest target on your back.
I also wouldn't want to fuck with Hildrath anyway.
Oh. Him or his guards, out of curiosity?
He's the defense minister for a reason.
Fair enough. Okay, genuine question. Does anyone know Zone of Truth?
Spell that
Take
goes
over,
against
no.
my nature. No.
Nope. Okay, because that would have made it very, very easy. Never mind. Do we know anyone who knows Zone of Truth?
I did, but he's long gone.
Ace?
Wait, did Quetz?
Any hints here?
Quetz knew Zone of Truth.
Quetz did.
I'm not lying.
You're not lying. Well done.
Also,
you remembered.
even if he didn't, you'd probably think he did, so it's not the end of the world. So, I mean, Zone of Truth is always... I've seen it used. There was some very zealous paladins back in a village I was in one time, and almost an inquisition, but not quite, because they didn't have the official backing to be an inquisition. They used it quite effectively to...
So does the Imperium.
Christian.
Their Inquisition is a pain in the dick. Literally.
I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'd look down and then look back up quickly.
He just kind of he catches you and just goes,
Okay, you can't fault me. That's... Ooh.
I've tangled with them a couple of times. They're easy to avoid. Just yes, sir, no, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Run.
Yeah, the moment their backs are turned, you disappear from that town.
What's the light situation in this room?
Quite bright.
Okay.
There's also dancing lights behind him, so it would be very bright because they haven't dropped.
They're only
They would have by now.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
only a
true.
minute.
I keep
Are they
thinking
even a
they're an
minute?
hour. Yeah, they're a minute.
No. Yeah.
Light is an hour.
Yes.
That's why I'm getting confused.
Dancing lights is crap compared to light.
But the dancing lights gives you more versatility than light.
It's a
depends on how you use
spell
it.
Because
rather
it
than
has
a
4
torch.
individual balls you can use. You can have anywhere.
Or a humanoid.
Or a humanoid. So,
Light is basically just a torch.
I
Also,
mean,
dancing lights is only dim light.
I thought it was bright light and then dim light.
No, it's dim.
Which is what I need for certain things.
Whereas light is actual light.
Fair.
The DM is reading.
I'm not.
So, I tell you what. Have you got any ideas for us, Ace? Because at the moment, or anywhere we can get evidence, because it's your word against his at the moment. And I'm not saying I don't believe you, but we need evidence.
Why would you? You have no reason to.
Honestly, I just don't believe... I don't trust most people, so it's a whole situation.
It's a good way to live.
And it's a way to live. I wouldn't say a good way to live.
This is the point where the necklace kicks in.
Oh, no. Here's where I'm going to be glad I'm not wearing it. I wonder if disguise self would have worked over it.
Oh, that is interesting.
Sarkin's form shimmers slightly and then 2 other versions of him pop out.
I'm not going to lie, I'm
Well,
quite glad we didn't give
Wasn't
it to Jack.
expecting that.
They all do the exact same thing.
Very glad we
I
didn't give
I
that to
kind
Jack.
of wish I'd had that necklace now.
I'm so glad you didn't.
I'm gonna step out, see if there's any more behind me.
I turned back to Ace. Were you planning on just aggravating the party using me?
No, I just wanted to see how you'd all react.
Oh. Good plan.
There is another 2 effects to it, but they'll kick in.
Okay.
It's 3 days for a reason.
So tell me then, Ace, did this conversation you have with Yuki's nephew, well, great ex-nephew, anything written down?
He does... Well, he kept a There were some letters passed between Eliath and himself. He probably keeps them somewhere.
Oh, that makes it easy. All we've got to do is sneak in, find the letters, give them to his sister.
I mean,
Don't
Beat 'em up.
not even sneak in. We can just walk in. They like us, and then
make him confess.
I'd rather avoid violence if we can, because that will. We've got to get to the point where they let us do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to lie, with the amount of guards that are around that estate, we would be dead.
How
Oh,
you get the
too late.
information is entirely down to you. I don't need to take any part in that, but just bear in mind everything I've said.
Before you go, you said we should make sure
It's
we're
really
going.
weird hearing three versions of you talk at the same time.
I know. Well, you only have yourself to blame.
Well, very true.
You're gonna have
Um,
to play.
You said we should make sure we're going after the right person. Who's the other person we should look at?
I don't know. It's if we're going off of stories and tales, which I'm sure you've gathered most of your information from so far, considering the Miss Legion don't exactly keep documentation of everything. Eliath didn't start like this. The mass murdering, the crazy kidnapping. It's not like him. When the Miss Legion formed, they formed to do good. Look back in your archives when you get home. Once you get the permission to, obviously.
You say they were formed for good.
Initially, yes.
That surprises me.
You understand that Eliath isn't from here, correct?
I've heard some stories, but it hadn't been confirmed.
I thought he came from somewhere called a Long Journey or something like that.
The initial plane in which he was taken to, I believe it was called Anlema, something along those lines.
Long Journey in Elven.
That is the one. He was with an adventuring group there. He lost someone rather dear to him. Spent a lot of time trying to get said person back. Ultimately ended up coming here. Unfortunately, was then trapped here. Eliath has gone through many changes. And even between the 2 months that I've known him and now, it's different. It's getting worse. And he needs to be stopped before he goes too far in one direction. I wouldn't class him as a friend, and I don't have any feelings towards him one way or another. I don't like seeing people being put through things that they don't deserve. I'll steal and manipulate and do whatever I have to. Once I'm out of a town, that's it. I don't look back. But when it's someone like that, that's clearly been through a lot, as I can see on some of your faces, you have been as well. Those people do only deserve the best. Eventually.
So, in your opinion, are you saying he's been corrupted by something, or this is just him spiraling?
I'm sure you all understand what a spiral is like, whether it be alcohol, men, women, whoring yourself about.
So far,
Spirals.
this seems directly at me.
All of them.
If the shoe fits, I mean,
No.
wear it, but
That was very pointed.
if it is
I'm
a
just-
spiral, it is a pretty damn severe one. If it's not a spiral and it's from an outside force, the bottom of that needs to be gotten to.
I mean, you say Eliath hasn't always been this way, correct? Do you mean
From what he's told me.
as morally ambiguous as he is, or as he is as in vampire?
He wasn't always a vampire. He was turned initially by... What did he say? They were in a market, I think. He recounts the story with great fondness, actually. I think it was a kobold.
Okay.
The
From my
fact that I hinted so heavily during that campaign and you still didn't get the hint. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to do it for him.
oh, he did get the hint. I think he was doing it on purpose. So I may be wrong here, and I'd look at Sarkhan and Sarth, and if I am, sorry, but the stories I know about vampires, their sire, I guess you'd call it, the person who turned them, can absolutely control them.
Born. That's what that is.
But if something turned him, he would be something spawn. No?
You are a spawn until you drink the blood of your master.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know
Eliath
that.
is, or was, completely of his own free will.
I didn't know that.
That's why he formed the Mist Legion. He became a vampire lord within himself. The Mist Legion were set out to do what your coven now does do. Like I said, when you get home, read back through. It'll be in the deeper archives. Probably not something they want to have on display, especially with what's gone on recently. But I'd recommend having a little look, a little read. You might find out some things. Either way, this behavior is beyond what he usually does. Don't get me wrong, he is capable of great violence and great deeds of evil, as everybody is. Kind of side-eyeing Sarth slightly.
I don't know, I think Sarkhan's a pretty swell guy.
Everybody has it in them if they get to the right point.
Might be able to coax it out. Cousin.
But like I've said, just make sure that you're doing what's right.
Well, couple more questions before we let you go. So you said you don't know where Eliath is. Do you know where he stores things, keeps prisoners?
Basically, we're
Eliath.
after a really fiery-tempered, fiery-head elf.
Eliath doesn't usually take prisoners. If he has, that's news to me. And would be, other than the prince, obviously. I know about that. If there's anybody else, that is news to me. That must be to get to
No.
someone, I'm assuming.
Where
Whoops.
he would keep the prince?
The prince would be with him.
I'm reading to pee. Sorry, be right back.
That's fine. Shall put a pause on a sec because he has to leave his mic. Bun bun bun.
I have a question for him just before he leaves. as well.
Guys, remind me what the basement smelled like. Mildew and what?
Smelled like mildew, but there was black powder over
Black
everything.
dust, yeah.
Black dust, powdery thing.
Almost
So-
like coal dust, almost.
From that, we gathered it was probably in the industrial district because there was loads of black soot and stuff like that.
Stuff. Idiot.
Stoof.
Oh,
I'm gonna make Ace an offer, I think.
no, he does not want you to blow him.
He's currently got
You don't
nothing
know.
down there.
He could be really pent up.
He's welcome to be, but he ain't doing it with me. Like I said, Jack isn't that type of bard.
Yet.
Yet.
He won't. I can't. I wouldn't play a character like that.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Nope.
Carry
None of my
feel like
bards are
on.
like that.
Sarkhan had another question.
Yes, I had another question. I've forgotten said question.
That
So
is
you don't
fine.
know if he has a property that may smell of mildew, be covered in black dust? No.
Black dust points. Well, would point towards the industrial district.
Are you having that much?
That's pretty
Are
much
there
it.
any haunts that Eliath owns or frequents in said district?
Not in San Marath.
I thought you said you're a purveyor of information. You're telling me you didn't get information on the man that employed you.
When you meet him,
We have.
you try it.
We have.
We did
Eliath
meet-
shares what Eliath wants to share. You will not be privy to anything else.
We have met him. And he didn't kill us.
Then you got lucky.
We did then kill his lieutenant creature.
Shit happens, I suppose.
Yeah. Spoils of war and all that. Question though, I know you probably won't give me an honest answer to this, and I respect you if you don't as well. Will you be staying in the city for long now that we have done this? And I
I'm
just kind
still
of
under his
gesture
employ.
around. Okay. Interesting. That's all. Just
What is your current mission for him?
Gathering.
What?
probably people.
Things.
Either food or potential subjects, lackeys, people to employ. All of the above.
You interested in naval engineering, Mr. Ace?
Not in the slightest. That book was dull.
Ah, so that's work related then.
I'm just part of a cover. I find it better to blend if you fully take on the role of who you're trying to impersonate. Makes it easier.
I've just been
Can
nodding along.
I try and discern if that is the truth?
You
Can I
certainly
also-
can.
Can I also insight that?
Yeah.
I would absolutely believe him to be true.
What is my insight mod?
13! Getting better.
18!
You both think that he is. He has no reason to bullshit about that. You think
Fair.
he's pretty much telling the truth?
Going back to an earlier question then, Ace. Obviously, you mentioned me having tales about myself. Are there any about you?
You already
No.
asked that. He said
And
no.
I like it that way.
Oh, that's a shame.
Allows
Well-
you to remain incognito.
Keep an ear out.
So, another thing then. As you gather information, what information do you have about Elias's plans for the city? You're a gatherer of things for him. To what end?
The city, he couldn't give a damn about Sandwrath. Means to an end, place to stop.
And the end is what?
Far away from here.
Who wants to go home?
Ultimately, I think that's his goal.
But the portal doesn't work.
True.
Oh, guys, what if he's trying to do some weird vampire blood magic to get the portal to work and needs to sacrifice hundreds of thousands of souls to do it?
That would be an interesting turn for Eliath, but
He's
in
already
his state at the
sacrificed.
moment,
He tried to sacrifice a city already, so I wouldn't put it past him.
What if
do
he's
you mean?
working for Anubis to get access to the portal? He seems powerful enough to activate it on his own.
Well, what he did to Ansharan.
Eliath wasn't at Ansharas.
You're telling me it wasn't him that set the city ablaze and turned the city into undead?
Eliath was with me at Frailheart Manor at the time.
As he was with you doesn't mean his subordinates weren't ordered by him.
No. We've
is
been
true.
told at every turn it was Eliath himself that did that. Which is why it was such a vast thing.
I don't remember him saying it was Eliath himself.
I
Did
can
he,
assure you, Eliath was with me at Frailheart Manor.
do you know
Well
if
then,
he ordered
who
that?
took the prince?
That I can't tell you, because I don't know. All I know is the prince was delivered to Frailheart Manor.
By who?
Again, I don't know. And yes, you can insight check that if you want to.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Oh,
18!
I don't find out, Perry. It's fine.
Natural 20.
5.
20.
Very different ends of the scale.
That was both uses of my gloves of future sight. Honesty
Nice.
roll.
He does not know. There is a sincerity in his voice. All he
Genuinely
knows is that the
not
prince was
honestly.
delivered, and Eliath left with the prince.
Sarth, you were around when that happened, I presume. I mean, I was in a dungeon, so I only heard about it through hearsay and rumours, but was it Eliath, as far as you knew, that did that?
Why would Sarth have been around when he was on a different continent?
I've been here for the last
I thought Sarth joined him
2 weeks.
No, Sarth joined him in Sharis, wasn't it?
No.
No,
South left
literally
it.
at the pub here.
No,
That's
no,
Sarth when you.
I don't mean
Sarth
I
left
don't
the
mean our
previous
party.
group.
I mean the previous group who killed
No, he
the,
left the previous group at the castle.
no, met them.
Sarth stayed behind.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
South met them at the.
It happened after the 8, didn't it? Not before.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
getting my timelines mixed up. That's fair enough.
It's all right. It's okay.
I am trying to remember it all because I can't do notes.
Yeah. The
It
attack on Ansharis happened.
As we got
About-
back from the 8.
It happened about 2 days into your journey back
Yeah.
to Ansharis because it was about 3 days of the city trying to recover.
Yeah. Okay.
Sarth has been here pretty much most of it.
Never mind. I don't ask that question.
That's fine. Well, if our business here is done, then by all means feel free to leave. I'm not going to stop you in any way.
Mind if we have a look around, take some supplies? I mean, we're a bit light.
You can have a look, but there won't be anything here for you to take. Maybe some foodstuffs.
I
It's
could
more
eat.
of a staging area / barracks.
Walk off round this corner.
Let me. Oh, I'm gonna have to fucking. Well, this is a penis.
Do you want
Oh,
to just reveal the whole
Hi,
map?
Sarkin.
Hey,
Yeah, there is a reveal button.
I have so many pages of notes.
There we go.
To save me trawling through the notes. The guards at Ansharis or General Zadar, did he say it was Eliath himself? Because I couldn't.
Lord
look
General
through
said
them.
it was Eliath.
I knew my memory wasn't that bad.
That bad.
I just wanted to make sure they actually said it was Eliath and not some vampires that said they were from Eliath or something.
Tell me.
So Yuki walks into a room. There is candles everywhere and a beautifully decorated little fountain that is pouring in water. In front of it is just a desk with some sort of like odd, like a cauldron on it. Nothing really around it, just the cauldron. Small little candle burning underneath it.
Put my hands, take a couple sips of the water while I'm here.
It's warm water. Slightly salty.
Yeah.
Blah. You walk down in there, you see basically a barrack bedroom. Beds are very unmade. You look around, there's nothing really of interest in there.
Back into the main room.
So
You can smell some cooking food from the little kitchenette behind.
Whoosh.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah, there's a little pot on the stove that's got some like meaty soup broth in it. You take a bowl. It's all right. It's not flavored really in any. It's not seasoned in any way. It's just kind of meh, but it's just sustenance.
Shout through. Are you guys like still in there? You coming or what?
The voice doesn't really travel very far because doors are closed. So you guys don't really hear that.
Anyone got anything else to ask?
yes. So
And
Ace,
please do.
do you know if Eliath has any other changelings in his employ, or is it just you?
As far as I'm aware, I'm the only one. Changelings aren't exactly common around here.
I don't know. I'm not from here.
Come back through with a big bowl of stew in my hand. So what did you tell him about us?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. What does he know about us?
He knows you're on his tail. You're not the ones that he wanted, but you're what he's got.
Thanks, I think. Well, I never
Well,
thought I'd settle for being second best, but honestly,
I'll
I'm happy.
rephrase that. Most of you aren't the ones that he wanted.
Oh, he wanted spectacle. He wanted the ones that killed a member of the 8.
Judging by the sounds of it, yes.
Or he could just
Well-
want a really, really, really good actor in his employ.
He doesn't want you. No one wants you.
Your mother wanted me.
Your mother didn't.
Wow, you're not wrong. That hurts.
Goes around, walks away.
Well,
Also,
needs
my mother's
explosioning
nearly
damage to the
1,000 years old.
I would take a sip of my Fey wine. So before we go, then, as I suppose a thank you for everything, Fey wine, and offer him the hip flask.
I'm quite all right, thank you.
Okay, any drink you want to have drank it can be.
Kind of holds a hand up. I'm good.
Okay. Chug. Do Chinese even need to eat and drink?
Yes. They are still organic beings.
That was Jack asking Ace.
Oh. Yes, we're still people.
Okay. I've never encountered one of your kind before, so genuinely curious.
Well,
I've-
you are welcome.
I've worked with actors that I thought were changelings because of how good they were, but it turned out they weren't. I gave them iron and everything to try and figure it out.
You're deeply mistrusting, aren't you?
Yes.
Good. Keep that.
That's why I'm still alive. Believe me,
That's-
politics in this realm have got nothing on the court politics from where I come from.
By
So,
the sounds of it, you haven't been involved in much of the politics.
Oh, pervert. I'm staying out of them for a reason.
You wait till you get drawn into them.
Oh, I'd rather not.
so has the deal been fulfilled to your requirement?
James, you going to answer him?
He's not
Oh,
paying attention.
I didn't realize he said Sarth. Sorry. Well, he answered my questions. I'm bound by my pact.
Shall we then?
Dance? No, thank you.
I put my hand out to Ace. A pleasure.
Likewise. Puts a hand out to you. Shakes. As he does, you can see the skin, like, kind of ripple on his neck and up to sort of, like, his mouth. You recognize it as yours, but he doesn't go any further. Kind of just holds it there and drops it. Just with a smile.
This is much as I showed him under the mask previously. Not even
Have to
Sarth
say.
knows what he looks like.
It was a pleasure to meet all of you and not be murdered by you.
Feelings mutual. Not dying is always a nice day.
Trust me, if this had gone to fighting, you wouldn't have been the ones dying.
Just as they come back through, they'll see me just rummaging through a couple of the corpses, seeing what coin they've got on them.
There are no corpses.
They all
The
shattered.
flakes.
Sarth
Other than the
took
ones
them.
that are frozen, South has taken everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why he was late.
Good luck on your hunt.
And you on survival.
Gives you a bow.
I'd look to make sure everyone's left the room.
Sarth's not leaving until you're coming with.
I'm not leaving yet. I want to talk to him in private.
Sarth is also very distrusting though.
Look, Sarth, I want to ask him some things about, like, kind of actor secret things. So could you kind of step out, please?
I just raised my eyebrows, but you just get
It's
death
under a
from
mask you wouldn't see.
I was going to say,
Death
look,
from a mask.
trade secrets and all that, actor to actor.
South, I understand that you are distrusting as well. And hold to that, but if anything were to go
Oh, he'd kill me without a second thought.
savvy in here, then don't worry. I'll let you know.
I-
And then South, you hear in your head, if it's anything weird, I will tell you.
I'm more worried about him trying for you. I kind of like my pacts to remain apart.
I'm not going to kill him. I quite
You
like...
can't hear that.
Oh, shit, no, it's in his head, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
But would Sarth say that back in his head, or would he say it out loud?
He knows how the magic messaging works.
So yeah,
Okay.
it set in his head.
I thought you were saying it out loud, so.
Closes the door.
Um,
So, Jack.
Hi. Genuine question. Help. My acting sucks. Genuinely. I've got this far by telling tall tales. I need something more.
Just practice.
I've been practicing for 38 years. Give or take.
You're not as bad as you think you are.
I'm not as good as I wish I was.
Maybe stop with the insults.
Yeah, but they work sometimes.
No, they don't.
Yeah. I'm just using it to mask my crippling depression and terrible self-worth.
Why not use that?
What do you think this is for? And I'd hold up the hip flask.
He puts it, like, he holds your hand and sort of puts it down. As he does, he changes into you.
Oh, God, I do look rough.
You do a bit, I won't lie.
Ow! Psychic damage, please.
Lean into it. These insecurities and little things that you think are wrong aren't. You don't need to insult people and go around acting all Billy Big Bollocks. It doesn't suit you as a person. You are, how old did you say, 38?
Give or take. I don't know my exact age, but I think it's about 38.
I'd put you more around 42, but that's by the by.
Take it. Honestly, I feel 50.
That's the drink.
And the other things, but yeah.
Syphilis?
No, travelling on the road for the past
Okay,
20
good.
years.
Either way, you have the abilities and you don't trust yourself to use them properly.
Because every time I've tried to do it properly, it always fails. So why keep trying at something that always fails?
Because eventually it'll work.
But what if it doesn't? It hasn't
Then it
yet.
doesn't.
I, in the nicest way possible, and if this causes offence, I can only apologise. You're life's perfect actor.
Yes.
What do you know about failure?
You all just questioned me and got me to agree to something, disobeying the person that could quite easily kill me with the snap of his fingers.
I wouldn't call that failure. You also didn't give us all the information. I'm not so stupid to think you gave us everything.
I gave you everything you asked for and everything that I know.
I believe the first but not the second, but that's by the by.
You wanted my advice. You can take it or leave it. From what you've literally just described as nature's perfect actor. Stop trying to be something you're not. But lean into the thing that you are.
And what if I
You
don't
are a
know
drunk.
what that is? Oh, wow, okay, never mind.
You're
You
an
are
idiot.
drunk.
You fail at things.
Most things.
But so what? Nobody's perfect.
Yeah,
Starth will be dead in 3 days. Who cares?
I kind of do a little bit.
Not about the who cares if it. People will care if he dies. He probably has friends and judging by him, probably doesn't. He might do. I don't know him.
I don't know him either, but he seems all right.
You could all die tomorrow. You could find Eliath and he could kill you all. What's the point of pretending to be something you're not? Yuki doesn't. He's angry. He's, I'm assuming, part demon? He says kind of whispered.
I don't know.
I don't think he does either. But he's not pretending to be something he
It's the
isn't.
Horn,
He's
isn't
very,
it?
yeah. He's well aware that he is an angry, well, little bitch.
Nah, he's all right.
But it's who he is. Sarkhan, there are now 3 of him.
I'm happy
That's
with
going to
that.
be fun for you to deal with.
I'm happy with that. I like Sarkhan.
There's more there than meets the eye.
Let me put it
I
this way then, Ace.
I would stay with your mistrustfulness, but Sarkhan is not pretending to be anything that he isn't.
Has
as
your
far as I'm
failures
aware.
ever got anyone killed? Has
Yes.
your failures ever killed your family that relied on you?
No.
This is why I won't fail again. This is why I won't try again.
He reaches down, holds both your hands. And that's why you'll always fail.
Can't fail if I don't try.
You wanted my advice, you have it.
Ironically, and I'm sure you'll appreciate this, you're not the first person to, or first being to have said that to me in the past week. And the other was a god.
He chuckles. Well, if I'm giving you the same advice as a god, listen to it. Anyway, get out of here before your friends leave you.
Yeah, I suppose. Look after yourself, and like I say, keep an ear out. There might be some new music coming around soon.
Good luck. Don't die.
Stay safe, stay hidden.
Always.
And as I leave, I turn around and just bow and go, and break a leg.
He just smiles as you close the door.
Walks through south. All
I
right.
didn't know if you were still there or not. You have a tendency to forget to move your character.
You do!
I do and I
Close
don't.
the door. Face ripples. He's actually alive. Haha, suckers!
Ultimate fuck you.
He just kind of just goes,
Ooh, that was close. They could have killed me.
now's not the time. Now really isn't the time for me to be doing this. Kind of annoying because obviously Eliath is very posh and well spoken. I do not want him to be compared to Astarion. Because he is nothing like Astarion.
Is he-
Oh, he kind of is a
Shouldn't
little
have told us that. We
Get
could use
fucked.
that against him.
bit. He kind of is, though, Perry.
It'd be D10 psychic damage every time.
I will
You
take
remind
the
me of
strike.
Astarion! Ah!
Worth it. I mean, they're
Well,
both
his
sassy
voice
little
is
motherfuckers who
annoying.
are regal as hell.
Yeah.
And have superiority complexes.
Eliath never had a superiority complex. He wasn't Pan.
He had an inferior.
Pan didn't have the superiority complex. Panatius
Panatius
did.
Either way, he's a statue.
Okay, out of curiosity, who was that person he lost, Perry?
You don't know.
Damn it.
He's definitely a high enough level that he could have fixed Pan by now. So
True. But not if he couldn't get back to Pan. We're saying it as if it is Pan. It might not be Pan.
Pan got sold off as a statue because they couldn't revive him.
Wow.
Just
Pan
enough
was turned
guard.
into a water feature. We drilled in through his asshole out his dick, and it just.
That is a
Selling
big water
from
feature.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of small, really.
It's like one of the teeny tiny cherub ones.
I will take it. They're famous.
Anyway, you are now. You guys.
Wait,
Yeah,
we
but-
weren't us before? Oh my god, are we the changelings?
Yes. Plot twist.
So as we're heading back out, I'll go over to Yuki. So, Yuki, potentially your family is working with the enemy.
So Yuki, potentially your family is working with the enemy.
This is a point. This is gonna get really old. We need to label you so one of you can speak at a time. Okay.
They all speak at the same time.
They all speak
I
at the
same
can't
time,
do
yeah, I
anything
can't.
about it.
I can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it.
What if I killed the other two?
Please try, just
Please
not
try,
this one.
please,
And I
just
wave
not
my
this
hand.
one. And they all wave.
This one. This,
they all
one.
point.
the middle one.
The
they,
middle one.
they will say the middle one.
I'd use minor illusion to paint a big red, to have like a big arrow above it pointing at the middle one.
I kicked
Yes,
the shin
leave
of the
that one
to the
alone.
left.
Yes, leave that one.
You what?
I kicked the shin of the one to the left of him.
Roll an attack.
Real Psychon feels like,
19.
fuck.
19, does that hit your AC?
Yes.
Yes. Roll damage.
Yeah, I think it's just 3 is the standard. 4.
4?
Yeah.
So I can take 4 damage.
Ow. Maybe not. Don't. No.
Ah,
no
it-
kicking. No
It
kicking.
reflects on you then. Oh.
Ah, but you said to kill them.
I take it back. I made a mistake.
So,
I mean, at least if we want to kill Sarkin, we can all hit him at once.
But question: I'll cast Eldritch Blast at the wall.
You cast Eldritch Blast at the wall. The illusions make the same thing. Nothing comes out.
Ah, that would have been amazing. Triple
What if
spells.
you-
Oh.
Heal it.
I'll try that at the end of the day.
So, I guess from here, gentlemen, we head to Manzo Manor, and see what we can find.
Also,
Maybe just a short rest, and I'll be at tip-top power once more.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a good sleep. I am quite tired after that.
What time is it, Perry? When we get outside?
you are downstairs.
Yeah, when do we get outside?
Okay. Are you walking up?
Yes.
Cool.
We're walking down, don't you? Well, look at those stairs.
So you get up, you get back out. As you get sort of like towards the front of the shop, there is light coming through. But it's like dusk light.
I say we head back to the tavern and then head to the manor tomorrow. We could all do with a good sleep, to be honest.
Could just go straight to the manor and then sleep there.
We could, but we paid for rooms, and I'm a miser with my money. So if we paid for something, I want to use it.
But if we sleep in the manor, if there's a chance, then we might stumble across something.
Or be stabbed
mean-
in the dark.
We've just upset an informant for a very powerful vampire. I don't really want to leave my fucking great niece alone.
Yeah, fair point. Okay, how about we take a detour to the tavern on the way so I can speak to the musician?
Fine.
Deal? Sweet.
Okay.
Duncan,
Yes.
would you mind holding this? And I give him my bag of holding.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
All of the
Just
other
going to
illusions
take-
go to grab like they're holding something, but there's nothing there.
I'm just going to take a short reprisal.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
So Sarth is in his bag of holding.
Oh, I need those packed back.
You could do anything. Yeet it into the river.
Tempting.
Opens it. Well, this is just going
Put
to
it in another bag of holding.
No! Every
Yes!
second die.
Where's Nallis?
Plus, we don't own
The
one.
Empire won't destroy Teraann. Fuck it, I will.
Can tie it to a seagull's claw.
Wait. Guys, I found out how we open the portal. We throw a bag of holding into it.
So you make sure it stays closed.
The portal would open. It would just open to Teraann. Whom!
So the rest of you heading back to the
Anchor,
The tavern.
I think it was called.
Josh is a what?
Okay.
A lovely human being.
So you
Aw.
head back, and where are we?
I knew
Naval
he was
Arms.
a liar.
Thank you. You can delete that weirdo at the bar.
Nah, he's just off the side of the map currently.
Wow, that is a lot of commoners.
What I tried to put 2 Sarkans in, but
There they are.
there they are.
Where are they?
Oh.
I don't know.
The bar is a lot busier.
Is Siegfried playing at the moment?
Siegfried is playing, and as you walk in through the door, everything is quite like lit up and quite jovial. Siegfried is playing some really good stuff on the piano. It's quite like light and bouncy. People are all chatting, and like there's loads of people in here that are covered in sort of like soot and coal dust, in very much like work uniforms, sort of goggles. Some of them have like some visor helmets that are kind of put up or on the tables next to them. There's a load of like footprints and stuff of soot that have just like kind of traipsed through. And Tarlaf is at the bar talking with an elderly. Oh no!
No,
Oh, he's
Tarlaf has been
Tarlaf
murdered.
is gone.
Tarlaf got bag of holding.
Whoop.
You let Sarf out.
Who
Question,
let the
how
Sark
far
out? Ooh,
Away was it? It was about like half an hour's walk.
I thought it was 10-15 minutes walk, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's only about 10-15 minutes.
Oh, okay. And then how far away is the manor? It's like
The manor from here is probably about the same.
Okay.
So Tarlaf is at the bar just talking to an elderly
There's more
gnomish
rats.
gentleman.
I'll
who
wait
sat there
by the
nursing a half pint, just kind of like already sort of like starting to drift into it, just like, and Tarv is just like polishing a glass in front of him, just like, fucking lightweight.
I'd kind of
I'll
sidle
just
over.
lean over to Jack and just like, we'll wait by the door. Just make it quick. We need to.
I will be as
go
quick
now.
as I can. Yeah. I'd head over and kind of wave Tarlaf down.
All right, guys.
Evening. Definitely picks up in here in the evening.
You can certainly say that. Just gets a little bit
Dirty.
rowdy. Well, dirty, yeah. I'm gonna have to clean this place up a bit later. But
Oh.
other than that, it just gets a bit rowdy. People are enjoying themselves as long as Siegfried keeps playing. They won't, at least cause too much of a ruckus. It's gonna get busier in here later. So if you are coming back and you want food, ain't gonna happen. Drinks I can do. Food, no.
Don't worry, we plan on heading up to the manor. So yeah.
Oh, right. Did everything go okay with your? He kind of leans in, goes to whisper, but because it's quite loud, he's like, "Your little mission."
It was informative. Let's put it that way.
Good.
We're on a interesting trajectory. Let's also put it that way. How about obviously I don't want to disturb Siegfried right now because it's not worth the earache you would get. Do you know if he has heard anything as of yet?
He hasn't told me anything. I wasn't aware you asked him.
Fair enough. I thought he might have passed on a message just in case. Have you heard anything yet?
Not yet. I'm still looking around. Some of the guys are getting to the point where their lips might loosen up slightly, but until then, they're a bit hush-hush with stuff. So,
I'd kind of
just daily work shit.
I'll slide a gold piece over and just go, hopefully this will help pay for some extra loosening of the lips.
Puts his hand down, just slides it, puts it in his little apron pocket. I will certainly see if I can use that to my advantage. Thank you very much.
In that case, then, we may be back tonight. If not, we will be tomorrow. But depends how the manor visit goes.
No problem. Your rooms are up there. You've paid for how long? What was it? For 3 days? 4 days?
4 days. 4 days.
4 days. Cool, that's fine. Yeah, your rooms will be up there. There's a little, because it's you guys, on all your rooms. I'll put a little chocolate on the pillow.
Oh, don't laugh. You didn't have to, but that's very kind of you.
Oh, you seem like nice people. So
Oh,
there was a woman that came down screaming earlier on. Not entirely sure what that was about. Apparently some weirdo got in our room, but...
I
rolled an insight to see if he puts a chocolate on everyone's pillow.
I don't think he does, to be honest. He doesn't strike me as a chocolate on pillow type.
I'm not entirely sure how you'd glean that from an insight check.
Well, see if he's trying to butter us up.
Okay, yeah, okay, then for that, then yes.
24.
24?
Yeah.
He seems to quite like you guys.
Oh,
I don't know why.
There are some very strange people in the in cities these days.
I
They-
know, but
they
if I
just
find any
get-
peeping toms in my inn, that's
Straight
it.
out, yeah, no. You got to be careful of those. Very, very dangerous people. They can get in
Anyway,
and out,
if
and you
you-
don't even know it.
True. If you want to go talk to him, he's quite good at multitasking. He should be able to. He's got to deal with this lot, so
No, that's fair. Any good musician can always carry a tune while playing as such. So thank you, and I just kind of head over.
Just say quick point for me, Tarlaf.
no problem. He turns around and he gets you a pint. As you walk over, this guy comes over. So I'm going to put you so like he kind of intercepts you and gets a little bit in ahead. Puts his hand on like Siegfried's like, hey, play the Wailing Gull because it's a good song and you need to. And Siegfried's like, yeah, I will. Don't worry. I will play it after this one. Okay. He goes, yeah, Siegfried, you're the best. I fucking love you. You look like shit. He just walks away after turning to you.
I don't turn to Siegfried and go, and yet I still smell better than him. Anyway, hello.
Oh, hello.
See, definitely picks up in here in the evenings. I can understand why you're so busy.
Yeah. Things get a little bit weird around here, especially this time.
You good looks it. Have you? Obviously, we're just passing through, so understand if nothing has arisen yet. But any whisperings?
9, not yet, I'm afraid. I'm still waiting for people to get a little bit drunker so that they can Oh, what is the turn of phrase? Loosen of the lips?
Ah, yeah, loosen their lips. Yeah, alcohol's very good at that. Well,
Yeah, it is.
oh yeah. Well, thank you anyway. And if we're around tomorrow night and you want a bit of extra entertainment or a bit of assistance, I'd kind of pat the lyre. I'm always happy to help, and I wouldn't even
Awesome.
charge.
Thank you for the offer, but Siegfried does not share his stage.
I would not ever want to steal it from you. That's why I asked first. It's good manners, of course.
Of course.
Well,
I will keep my ears out for you, though. Don't worry.
thank you. You are a good man, Siegfried, and a useful
Oh,
one.
I know. I know. Thank you.
I'd head back over to Yuki. Has he drank his pint?
Yes.
Well,
It's just gone.
Yuki,
Oh, fine.
let's go. Tarlaf, see you soon.
All right, we'll see you later. Does the DM get an inspiration for doing the piano the entire time?
Yes.
Yeah, DM
I
gets
was
an
very
inspiration.
impressed.
No, we don't
I
do-
even thought to myself, "Was like, oh, that's commitment."
DM gets an inspiration. He gets to re-roll one of his own rolls.
Woohoo!
As long as it's not against me.
Or he can say "fuck you" to one of your silvery barbs.
We've given him this option at every point that we will get
Yeah.
rid of Silvery Barbs.
I will take that for your inspiration.
Yeah.
You can say "fuck
Okay.
you" to a silvery barb.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, but only one of
Silvery
us.
Barbs, no!
No, it's fuck you, Silvery Barbs. Fuck you, no Silvery Barbs. And then the other one of us just
The
goes,
other
no,
person just goes,
fuck you,
Silvery Barbs."
Silvery Barbs.
One entire thing.
The anger will ensue. So you're heading to Zamana?
Manzo Manor.
Okay.
Zimana.
So you're
How
walking through
long
the
has
street.
it been about? Sorry.
So probably any bit after this conversation and everything, probably about 20 minutes.
Okay, 40 more on the back.
Is it that one? It is.
Woohoo!
Okay. Right. Let's just move people to where they need to be.
And it's Dorf is the nephew, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So you all approach the manor. Sun is getting very, very low at this point. It's now kind of like a very bluey, purpley sky. Two of the moons are pretty much directly above the Manzo estate, just kind of off in the distance. Third one, nowhere to be seen. The wind is starting to pick up a fair amount. It's getting a little bit breezy and quite chilly. Winter is obviously very much setting in, but you are further south than Ansharis at the moment, so it's not like freezing. It's probably maybe like 12, 13 degrees.
That's quite warm.
But still, like, getting close to being cold.
That's
The
shorts
guard,
weather. What are you on about?
you're insane. The
16 is totally shorts.
16's fine.
I've
Maybe.
worn
Not
shorts
for me.
in, like,
I'm
10
skin and bone.
degrees. Oh,
Yeah, shut up.
I'm built for the winter.
We don't.
I'm not
I'm in
built
Yeah,
for
so
it.
are
permanent.
seals.
I will take it. Or. Why did I do that on stream and live?
Yeah, why did you do that on stream?
We all know you deep throat a piece of fish if we asked.
Wow. And side note, and just real quick, Familiar would crawl out of the bag and ask Sarkhan for the bag.
Hand it over.
All the others do the same. It's by the time you get to here, it's probably been about 40 minutes. So the guard kind of looks down. He's like, "Mr. Manzo, bear with me a sec." And he just kind of, you see him like pulling on a wheel. The gates just.
It definitely helps having.
I take it they told the guards that.
Yeah, you definitely have your uses, Yuki, and not just as a
Walk in.
soldier.
Shout up, tar. Walking through the main door.
Gate closes.
Thank you.
You open the door to the kind of like front entry hall, but also gigantic library. And you're looking around and you can see kind of the back of a sort of a night-gowned Zinlani just looking through some bookshelves. She takes one off, puts it in her hand, flicks through the pages. She hears the door open. Oh, you're back already. Come on up.
Well, I would come see my favourite niece, didn't I?
As we were walking over, as
come
well. By
round.
the way, I'd have asked Yuki how we want to play it.
I'd have not responded and walked up and went, "Hug for Uncle Yuki."
It's weird because you're younger than me and I don't like it. She
Let's
gives you
come
a
in.
hug.
He's like 800
We-
years old
we-
though.
And as she comes to say, we need to speak in private. No ears anywhere.
You all behind, you can all see her face, and she looks at all of you, kind of in the eye. What's this about?
Your brother. They all know.
He's in his room at the moment. You're worrying me slightly. Come to the old house.
Okay.
And she
Okay.
walks around.
Yuki, are
Down the
we to
steps.
follow?
Yeah, you guys can follow.
Not gonna lie, the familiar can only follow Yuki. Sarkins grab the familiar.
Yeah, it's just easier.
So,
She gets to the door and she kind of goes, "No, there's not enough seats in there. Hold on."
Question as well about my illusion things. Do they like pass through things, or are they substantial?
So, as you're walking and you get through the sort of like tight spaces, they maneuver to walk through.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very
And
intelligent
like,
illusions.
but if someone touches them, it's like substantial.
Yes, there is matter.
Okay.
Yes, they do matter.
Does it affect my AC in any way?
No.
So it's mirror
Oh,
image
it's not
without the
mirror image.
bonuses.
Spirit images all the downsides.
Hear me out. I feel like it would lower my AC because there's
Oh.
more to hit.
Everything would have
No.
advantage against him.
Okay.
It's like, I want to die.
I mean, I'll take it, but
Look, Jack, if you want to change your character, you just have to say.
I was gonna say, if you want to switch, we can do this. You
I
just
mean,
gotta tell
my
me.
AC is normally 12 anyway.
Ooh.
I mean, it's still 13. But
It's 15 now because you cast Mage Armor on me, but it's normally 12.
She walks in and there's a desk or like a bedside table at the end. She kind of props herself up against it, still standing, but sort of like leaning on it. She's like, "I'm sorry for the tight space, but take a seat on a bed or something. Make yourselves comfortable." Oh my, there's 3 of you. I've only just noticed.
Hi,
Can
hi.
you get
hi.
one of your Sarkans to stand on the other side of the door?
I can give it a go.
If you want, I can
it's
stand out
only
there.
one on the other side of the door.
I just like slowly turn round and try and get one to go outside.
So you try, but you can't move them yourself. You can't because as you try to grab them, they
No,
also
I
try to
mean
grab
like
something
I
else.
just move around and try and maneuver one by moving myself.
So what you do is you walk out the room, and then as you walk back in, you close the door behind you, and they're just kind of you hear one of them like face plant it.
Ooh, this is a good experiment.
If
And
I was
then
you,
I'll-
I'd make notes.
I actually move over to the far side of the room. Can it come in, or is it just stuck outside?
As you start to walk towards the other side of the room, you can feel an immense pressure on your face as you try, and it gets to the point where you almost can't move forward.
Oh, this is gonna
The rest
get
of you are seeing him, and you just see his nose just kind of squish up against the side of his face.
Well, I have a bad feeling about this necklace.
That's why I wasn't going to
Right.
wear it.
Well, while this interesting fellow does his interesting antics, we should probably tell you why we're here. You're absolutely certain no one will overhear us here.
Not in here. The guards don't come in here, and we only use this place as a guest house when relatives or friends come to stay.
Okay. We tracked down the man that we thought was Hildrath.
Oh,
Followed to a little shipwriting shop. Went into the we got in there, and there were a number of mind-controlled guards. They're not here anymore. I think Sarth ate them. I'm not sure.
Most of them are
And
unconscious.
felt. It's-
What, skeletal hand?
no, various guard hands.
She just goes, oh my.
That's what happened to his guard. There were a variety of Silver Star guards, some in just normal armor. A pretty tough vampire that kicked everyone but mine ass
Didn't touch me. Thank you very much.
because
She
you're
did
carrying
3
the
HP
corner
damage.
I killed everyone else. Thank you very much.
Killed my fucking skeletons though.
Tell a story. So we chased him into a corner after killing like 50 guards. It was really heroic. Yeah,
I'm gonna be stood behind him, just shaking my head at that.
he did a
She
roll
also
call.
gives you a little bit of an eyebrow raise.
Said, "Don't raise your eyebrow at me. I'll school you. I'm your uncle." Great. Anyway,
My money's on her winning that.
chased him into a corner. Wasn't Hildrath. He's a changeling in the employ of Alive. He's an information gatherer. Told us something very concerning. Now, she is sat down, right?
She's propped up against the bedside table.
You might want to sit down properly for this part.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, the changeling, Ace, he said that's what he said his name was. Don't think he was born with that name. But Ace said that little dwarf here has been working with Eliath. Now, he said that Eliath had promised him things for the city, things for himself, so maybe his intentions weren't evil. Maybe he wanted help with the city. I don't know. Didn't give us any evidence. Said that Dorthia has letters from Eliath to obviously say what went on with them. We need to look at them. I don't know if your life's in danger. I don't even know if Dorthia's life's in danger. But we need to get to the bottom of it.
She takes her eyes like off you, sort of looks at the floor a minute. Even though she hasn't really lowered her head, you can all pretty much see her eyes kind of darting like backwards and forwards, like thinking.
Was there a visitor? Was it 2 days ago, Yuki?
3.
He said it was. He said he took
3 days ago.
3 days.
Eldrath's form himself and attended to speak to Dorthia.
About 3 days ago. Where were you then?
That is a lot for me to process. Hold on. How certain are you of this?
Speculation at the minute, but he didn't seem to be lying.
Trust Ace, weirdly.
I don't trust him. Do I believe him?
I
Maybe.
believe him. He made a pact with Sarth, and I imagine, judging by Sarth, if someone makes a pact and breaks it, it won't be pretty. So,
Not pretty if South brings it.
Okay.
do you know anyone who can cast Zone of Truth?
Or where he'd hide something that would be of import to him.
Maybe
both.
we should give her a second.
How certain are you of this information? I will not investigate my brother under pure speculation alone.
I believe Ace.
It's our only lead. And he seemed off when we were leaving. The look he gave me when he was speaking to the guards, it didn't seem like I'm happy to see you. It's a, oh God, he's going to find out kind of look.
I don't want to believe you. This is my brother we're talking about.
I don't want to believe it. My family.
He's done some incredible stuff for this city. But if it is true, I need to know. If he's going to keep anything anywhere, it'll be in his room.
Sarth seems to be able to change into a type of shadow. If you want, I suppose we can ask him if he can get in.
Why don't we look in the morning? You said that Dorothy attends the gardens during the day.
He does, but I cannot sleep on this.
How would you get him out? Can't check while he's in there.
I can speak to him.
I think you can help with that. A little family gathering in the main room of the house.
I can play some music to
Actually.
cover any sounds that Sarth may need to make as well.
You can recount stories from your time away.
Oh God, you'll be having nightmares.
Well, if we
Sarth,
sleep on this, I'll be having more, so
Yeah, let's do a story time.
what would you
Jack, you can stay in and, as you've said, cover any sounds with music while Sarkin and Sarth, wherever Sarth is.
bag of holding?
Familiar
probably.
just holds up a bag.
Familiar's just like, she's like, right.
He seems to be taking a short rest.
I will point out his room as we walk through, and you can see if you can find anything.
How do you want us to leave no trace or be extra thorough?
Your call. She looks visibly upset. She looks like the epitome of heartbroken at the moment.
Remember,
You can see that she's very. She's a noble woman. She's very much trying not to show emotion, but it is slipping from her face. You can tell that she is very much trying not to cry at the moment.
and although this is what we believe very reliable information, this has not been proved yet.
And also
He is
remember,
still your brother.
remember what Yuki said.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Yes.
Even if he did, even if this does turn out to be true, which I pray to the gods it isn't, he was doing it for the city, it sounds like.
It is too early to say.
Good men do bad things, chasing greater dreams.
The world is full of good intentions. And it's the hill idiots die on.
Or the hopeful.
Right. Okay. Shall we have a little family gathering in the main hall? She composes herself and just sort of, she stands up, adjusts her little nightgown that she's got, and wraps her dressing gown around her again. Ties it. Shall we?
I'm just gonna pee.
There is a
Would
toilet
Yuki
down
retire?
the side.
Has it been about an hour yet, Perry, would you say, or 50 minutes?
Yeah, I would say short rest kind of completed now.
Woohoo!
He jumps out of the back.
As a warlock, I am at full strength.
Scares the crap out of everyone.
Don't worry, we'll definitely find it. 4 heads are better than 1.
Actually, how does that work?
Because there's 3 of
No, sorry.
me.
I'm thinking about something. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. I said that at the perfect time for not that. Where is it?
James,
Yeah.
what's your investigation?
Bold of you to assume I'll be lifting a finger. +3 there.
Same.
I mean, we kind of need you to work with the party.
I mean, my investigation's +8.
I mean,
And you're
I
on distraction duty.
Yeah.
I may not lift a finger, but he sits down in the room. Well, when he gets there, you'll see.
That was above board.
Yeah.
Right. Come. She walks out, walks you all down, walks you across. Oh, nope, not that button. Walks you up the stairs, in through here. She comes over to here. She taps. She's on his door. And you just hear her. Yes? Dorfir, Yuki's home. Oh, right. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. And you hear like a little, like, he comes to the door, opens it. And you all look from behind. Actually, perception check.
Everyone?
Uh-huh.
11.
Fucking hell, my rolls are good tonight.
Mine
And
are.
I'll
9.
check that out.
23.
Dirty 20. 15 plus 5.
Jack, what was yours?
9.
No, Jack.
Oh, 11. Nine plus 2.
Anybody that rolled above an 18?
Fuck you!
As he opens the door, her hands kind of down by her side. You see her, like, fists clench. Yuki's here. He has come back with actually some very interesting stories that he wants to share with us about his... Well, I wouldn't call it time away, but... Well, we'll find out after he starts telling. Would you want to join us in the main hall? He goes, well, I mean, yeah, of course. Are we all listening?
I know, I'm going to retire for the evening, if that's all right.
We're
It's
trying
been
to
a
see
long
what's
day.
wrong with him.
Oh God! By the gods, there are 3 of you. Yes, you might want to get that seen too. That doesn't.
Yes.
Okay, well, hopefully everything goes well, and see you in the morning.
Yes. See you in the
Good. Okay. Yes, I'm terribly excited to hear about all this. She goes, come on then. She takes you in. There's a chair there. There is another chair. Kind of here at the desk. She gestures to her left, so like here for you to sit down. And Jack, where do you stand?
I would. Are these book? Is that
benches.
That's a bench.
Yeah.
I would sit. I would stand by the bench. So if need be, I can sit down to play, or I can stand. So I've got the flexibility to do what I need to do.
Okay. Did you start playing?
I'd look at Yuki and go, whenever you're ready, I can match the tone of the music to whatever story you tell.
You best get ready for some heavy shit.
Plays the first few notes. Oh, damn it! Fuck you! Plays the first few notes of Rip and Tear. Really? Do you think I can't on this?
Oh, we'll get there soon enough.
Okay, so
dark
Jack,
and foreboding.
Jack, performance check.
Are the boots once a... No, I've had a long rest since I used the performance boots. Because it was the hag was the last time, so I've had a long rest.
Did teleport
Boy.
to the chef
Is that-
charges.
Have we? I don't think we have actually.
No, you
long
haven't.
rested
You
yet.
haven't long rested yet.
Been a
You got to the
while.
city. You were partly drunk.
Did
You
we-
went in. You talked to Dorfir. You met Sarth.
And then we've gone
Did we not
And then
Mana.
you've gone
Did we not
back.
get
back,
sleep that night?
Mana.
I thought... Is that still
No.
that same day?
Still the
Yeah.
same day.
Jesus Christ, this is a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we keep having to have breaks.
In that case, I mean...
Yeah, well,
Okay, I'll roll. I've got a +8. I should be good.
Natural one.
No, fuck you. I rolled a 14,
natural
so
2.
22.
Okay, so they go in. They close the door. You guys are still in the hallway. Then you hear Jack start to play.
Sarkin, if you want to enter, all of you.
Let's. Can I go and have a quick scan of the door, see if it's locked, if it's trapped, anything of the sort that
Roll
I
me an
can discern?
investigation.
As I'm doing this, is there any magical effects on the door?
A look at the door. Is there,
There
any
are
magical-
no magical effects on the door.
None that I can detect.
12.
You have a little look around. The door doesn't appear to be trapped in any way, and you don't recall him locking it when he left.
Try the handle.
The door opens. Yuki, what kind of a story would you be telling at this point?
I was actually gonna let them do their bit and then just tell the story because I have a bit where they'd walk in.
Okay.
I will say, Jack, you have one use of bardic inspiration to use as and when you need because you can hear me playing in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
If
Is
you
that
need it.
D6 or D8?
D8.
This level.
It's my last one as well until we short rest. And if you
Okay,
fail, if you fail the check, you keep your dice. You get to use it again until you pass.
Right. You and your 3 selves go into the room. You can see A. So if I get you to come out a sec, because I just want to point some things out. So can you see this?
Yes.
So there is a bookshelf along this wall.
Books coughed. Get them.
It's a mimic! Kill it!
There is a kind of a shoe rack at the end of the bed. Here is like a table with a load of like writing implements and parchment and other books and things on it with a little chair next to it. There is a bedside table here. Double bed, obviously. And then in the corner is like a... Only way I can describe it is like a woman's sort of like makeup stand with like a mirror and stuff on it. But on it, it's not makeup. It's like pampering products. So something that like nobility would have just to make themselves look and feel better.
Careful, guys. There's a lot of lead paint there.
Other than that, there are a few paintings and stuff on the wall, but that is what you see.
Okay. I'll head in and then just start doing a thorough investigation. Being as thorough as possible, not trying to like hide it.
Okay. Seth, what are you doing?
Leaving familiar outside, turning off all the lights and going invisible and doing the same.
What, all the lights in the hallway?
All the lights in the room. I just need to be in dim light.
Okay.
Or he goes invisible. I did.
Reach your hand up. There we go.
Guidance. Guidance.
Did you just guidance each other?
Oh. Southhead does have a bunch of cantrips, but I don't think guidance is one.
Are you investigating and looking as well, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So either you can both roll, or one of you can roll with advantage.
Same deal, wasn't it really?
Let's both roll.
Actually, statistically speaking, you both
Let's-
rolling is better.
Let's waste a roll with me rolling because I can't roll.
You can't roll tonight. It's not going well, is it?
I can't roll ever. When am I gonna have a good session with rolling?
You will.
One character will come along and your dice will go, this is the one.
Or it'll be
I
when you really
think
need it. Eliath has just killed everyone. You're the last man standing. You crit him and kill him.
Oh, it's not too bad. It is a 21.
Is that with
Oh,
my
Jed rolled a
D8
natural
or not?
20.
Say that again.
Did you use the D8 for that or not?
No.
That's fair. You don't have. You can choose when to use it.
I rolled
It
a
is.
dirty 20, not natural.
Did
Ooh.
you add your
17 plus.
D4 for guidance?
Oh, okay. Go with it. It's stuck. Your dice won't come out.
Rub it a little bit.
Fuck's sake,
I rolled a
Perry.
23 in total. 17 and a 3. Plus 5.
Sometimes it just needs a little bit of coaxing. Sorry, Mother. I know you're watching this. Not at the moment, but she will. Okay,
You know
so
what you like.
you look around. You go through. Are you doing this? Are you like pulling things out and just dropping things
Yeah,
on the floor?
I'm just going thorough, methodically work through everything.
Okay.
Proper, like, search and clear.
Darth is much more calm.
Ryan, how long is your story roughly?
About 5-10 minutes ish.
Okay.
you.
I'll tell it quicker than that, but Yuki would tell it in about 10-ish minutes,
Not even
possibly
honest.
longer.
That's fine. So you search, you go through the books, you like flick through all of them, all of their pages, checking their spines, seeing if there's anything in them. Find nothing with the books. His makeup pampering stand, you go through all the drawers. There's jewelry. There's all sorts of like creams and ointments and stuff like that. You find nothing of worth. Go through his bedside table. Nothing. You look on his desk. You look through all the bits of parchment for anything that could be letters signed by anybody that could be odd or different. Anything that mentions the city, deals, anything. You find nothing. You search through his shoe rack and the little thing at the end of the bed just to see if there's anything hidden under the shoes, in the shoes, behind the rack, in the wood. You then resort to searching behind the paintings, flicking kind of like through the actual painting bits themselves to see if there's anything like hidden, any switches. Nothing. You go through his bed. You check through the pillows. There's nothing in the pillows. You look under his bed. And there's boxes, there's some old clothing. And right at the back, Sarth, you find a small little chest.
Floating chest on the bed.
Yeah. Sarkin, you see a floating chest.
Oh, familiar. Go ransack another just random room with no one's in it.
Ooh.
Dispel yourself if they find you.
Familiar goes in. Familiar goes into a very, very nice room.
Oh no.
An
Also
incredibly
sorry to the
nice
house
room.
owners.
Oh, it's in Lani's, isn't it?
Yup.
It's very effeminately decorated.
Plot twist, this is actually Dorothy's.
He's gay. And the familiar just starts like just tearing stuff apart. There's like feathers from the pillows coming out everywhere. So yeah, you found a chest.
Is there any magic on it?
I briefly turn uninvisible to look at it see if it's magic.
There is no magic on it.
I open it. Is there anything magic inside?
It's locked.
I punch it. I open it.
Roll an attack.
No, hold on. I think I actually. Damn it! I have a bunch of tools, but they're not actually thieves' tools. Do you have any lockpicks, Sarkin?
No.
Are you,
Jack always carried
are you
those.
telling me I'm the only one who has lockpicks and I'm currently otherwise employed?
Dagger.
Mhm.
Are you going to attempt to jimmy the lock?
Yeah, Jimmy or Pry.
I think in this case you should try and James the lock.
Tut, tut, tut.
You know it's
Everyone's
bad when even Jack goes tut tut tut.
Go and climb in a bin and stay there.
3 of your loot strings break.
It's alright,
Places-
I'm a trained professional, I can play with only 3. And it's not a loot, it's a liar.
It's a loot now.
Right, so you're going to try and jimmy the lock. Roll me a...
Guidance.
Roll me a guidance. I can do it.
Roll me a... Roll me a dex check.
His D4s are fucking sharp.
Yeah, they are.
It gives owies.
I'm actually really good at Dex. Like, super good. Do I get guidance for this? Because this is a check rather than a skill check. What is it? Guidance?
It's not really a skill check. Just seeing how well you can finesse this.
18 without guidance, dirty 20 with guidance.
Okay, so with the 18. And are you going for the lock, or are you just trying to like get between the two bits and pry it open?
You know when you push something in when you've forgotten the key, it's like I must open this. You go find the place until it goes. Oh, that feels right.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually on your fucking suitcase.
Yeah. My mother once, she used to do all of her like tax filing and things, just completely off topic for a second. And she had them in a real leather, proper hardcore briefcase. And the latch broke one day. I was like 13, and I literally watched her get her fingers into it and just rip this leather case open. I called her She-Hulk for like 2 weeks after that.
Remind me never to piss your mother off.
She was like, I needed to get in. I needed to get in. She was really bad. She just went, ripped it open. I was like, fuck.
That adrenaline moment.
But you like get the dagger in, you jimmy it, and you feel a little bit where you think it might like give, and then you just give it a little bit of pressure, and the lid just pops open.
Anything magical?
Nothing magical inside.
Invisible.
Nothing invisible inside.
No, I'm invisible.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't know. You can't see it.
Bye, Sarkin.
Inside are 3 letters. Floating letters.
Hands out one.
Start reading it.
So Sarkin takes his letter. It basically, the gist of it is from Dorfir to someone. So potentially something that wasn't sent. It basically just outlines the city's in trouble. Business is not going well. Things at the upper levels of everything. And Sharis is putting a lot of pressure on them because they need more ships, but there's not enough things to go around. Any assistance would be greatly appreciated in terms of manpower, money, resources, that sort of stuff. And it is addressed to I. Just the letter I.
I can forge the name just if we need it.
Wow.
Sarkin, are you looking through one?
Yep.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry, Sarth, are you looking through one? Because that was Sarkin's first one.
I got the other two.
You got the other two? So you take one of them. The other one is a letter from this I person. Basically, again, just says, remember what I offered. Remember what I can do.
Sorry, your dog's a huge distraction in the background.
He is an absolute nutter.
Takes after his owner.
If anything goes wrong with this, also remember what I can do. And it's signed from IE. I.E.
Fuck, what was the liar's last name?
You wouldn't know.
Elf.
The third letter.
Wait, I can figure it out. We've still got the campaign!
The third letter is it's basically one line. I'm in the city. Our deal stands. Again, signed from IE.
Well, I think we should crash the party, don't you?
Well, first, you think I should add a little flavour? Make it more obvious who it truly is.
No, I don't think tampering with this would be a good idea.
I'm
I
pretty
think
good
it's
with
damning
my...
enough.
He taps an obvious forgery kit that you cannot see.
Like,
You just hear the jingle of, like, tools and inks.
what are you jingling?
Oh, yes, my pardon me. Goes back out invisible. Taps it again, and you can see the files of ink, the quills, and the various papers. And
Yes. If we didn't find anything, then that might have been quite a fun little ploy, but
Straight
we
up
have-
planning to frame someone.
as we
I'm-
have the actual evidence.
I is a little speculative.
Yes, but also dropping this on him with the governess's permission seems like we may get a confession.
Well, if it doesn't stick, I know who to blame.
Fair enough.
He goes invisible.
I'll head back into the room. I'll take the letters and stuff off Sarth first. If he's staying invisible.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's gonna go.
So then I'll come in.
Okay, so before you come in, Yuki, what is your story?
So, going. So, I'm back with my family. I thought I'll stay for the night, have a little story time. So, thought what better sentimental story than tell you how I got this dope ass sword and just kind of tip end into the floor, holding the handle of it. I lean forward. Did you ever hear of the old ruler of the Hells, Orcus? Looking at Zinlani and Dorfir.
I can't say that I have.
He was the most powerful, evil, vile bastard ever. He was overthrown by Asmodeus, who kidnapped me. Also a bastard. Not quite as bad as Orcus. Now, Asmodeus experimented on us. Turned us into kid soldiers. And sent us out on his missions. Called us the Monkeys. We were a little like ragtag group, kind of like family. And there was a little rebellion that Orcus, he was still alive, just lost the majority of his power. Started a little rebellion, a little camp, couple little camps, and we were sent to attack one of the guard posts around his little capital. Now we went, we fought, and we were ambushed by none other than Orcus himself. We were betrayed by one of our own. Now this person was someone very close to me. He was a member of my team. I was the leader of our lovely little team. Luckily, the bastard Asmodeus knew about this, followed us into battle, thought he'll use it to kill Orcus once and for all. Now, the fight ensued. A lot of our men died. Traitor survived, luckily for him. And we killed Orcus. I delivered the final blow with a perfect little shot of a chromatic orb to his one big ugly eye. And he dropped his sword. Obviously it wasn't mine. It's a very interesting relic, so our Lord Asmodeus took it for himself. Now I got it later down the line. But after the battle, I confronted our little traitor. And I was pissed. Like I could have killed him. And at that, I cast magical pressure. So I need wisdom saves from everyone. Apart from the guards, I don't think it'll reach the guards.
Would I have been in at this point?
I think you would have. I don't think Sarth would have been quite near it. I think you might be coming. Yeah, you guys come in at this time.
Is
So
it
Sarth
everyone
will-
regardless, or can you choose people for it to ignore?
I can choose people, but I'm letting everyone do it.
What save was it?
Including your player, your music
Yeah,
player.
it's a wisdom 16. Save.
No, 4.
Oh no, your DA ain't gonna help.
Zinlani got a 19,
Nat 20,
Okay,
bitch. I'm good.
and Dorfir got an 8.
Oh, that's very
He
fitting.
failed. He's frightened now.
You see him visibly kind of like, sort of like grabs his chair, sort of moves up a little bit, and kind of almost sits on his hands a little bit.
And
I was gonna say.
everyone
Oh, sorry, after you.
feels. Yeah. Go on, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say, out of him doing that, I'd kind of speed up playing a little bit, like just half time again on top, just speed it up a little bit. You know, Dev went down to Georgia. Sorry,
It
go
would
on.
just be everyone feels this weight on their shoulders, regardless of whether they pass. They just feel a pressure, and they could tell that it's coming from Yuki. But I didn't kill him. I confronted him instead, and the reason that he'd betrayed us was to get us away from Asmodeus. He thought Orcus could set us free, could help us. Completely selfless. Now, what happened next, I couldn't help. And I'd break my concentration on magical pressure so the frightened would go away. And I tried. I tried to save his life because his intentions were pure. But Asmodeus killed him. He betrayed us. And although it was for completely just reasons, it didn't end well for him. And that's how we found this sword. What do you think? Oh, hi, Sarkin. How are you?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Dorfe kind of looks towards the door. Zinlani kind of, with that weight being lifted, even though she passed, she kind of sits up a little bit straighter and just stares at Dorfe.
At him going, oh, hi, Sarkan, how are you? I just one final strum of the note and just saw silence. And then I'd just quieten the strings instantly, so it was very dink sudden.
And I'll just wait first to see if Dorfia reacts to anything.
He kind of looks at you as you come in, and is just
I'm just
like,
staring at him.
I thought you were getting your condition seen to. He sort of looks around.
Well,
Sees Zinlani staring at him. Breaks eye contact with her very quickly. Looks back towards Sarkin.
Like deadlock eyes on him.
What's going on?
This is your chance.
remember, all stories have their morals, Dorfir.
He swallows. My chance for what?
Pull out 3 letters.
His eyes kind of go wide. What are they?
What are they,
Just-
Sarkin?
I just sigh and then hand them over to Zinlani.
She sat up very straight, just hand over the back. Takes them.
Honesty would have probably been your best policy.
She reads one. While she reads it, is everybody kind of like staying silent just while she reads?
Yep, I'm just...
She takes out the second.
I'm going to start playing very quietly, like a very unnerving tune. Ambience.
I just kind of give you a look to.
I'm just going to keep playing. It's very quiet. It's not like, but it's background noise.
She reads the third. Who's in the city, Dorfir? He in his chair. I am. What do they say? Some rather interesting information. Who is IE? She stares at him. You all almost feel that pressure that you felt earlier from a spell from her. He's just... I have no idea. I've never seen those letters before.
Can we just say credit to Dorfir for not cracking straight away like most of us would have?
She kind of just goes, Yuki.
Raises an eyebrow.
She puts the letter down. Puts them just both on her knee, just kind of clasps both her hands on top of it on her knee. She looks at Dorfir. Do whatever you need to do to make him talk. She sits back in her chair. He then kind of looks at you and goes, Make me What? I...
Yuki, I have a special talent, if you don't mind.
Zinlani, I've never seen those letters before. I don't know what... They must have planted them in my room.
I just put a finger up, I stand up, walk over to him, and grab him by the scruff and lift him up.
Yes.
My idiot nephew. And I hug him. Just say, who are you more scared of? A vampire or your uncle that survived 1,000 years in hell and could burn you to a crisp right now?
To be honest, right now, neither of those options seem great. But the hug does send a bit of a mixed message.
Well, sometimes the worst death you can have is from a loved one.
He kind of just... So what is this? An interrogation? An intervention?
Sarth just reaches over and takes Millie's helmet off. Sometimes the worst is eternal servitude.
You think your little puppets scare me? With
In
what
fact-
Eliath has told me he can do. If this goes wrong, fine. Yes. I'm assuming that's what you're all after, correct? A yes? That I'm working with Eliath?
Hmm.
Well, a
We
bit
already knew
more
that.
information than that would have been even better.
The more I tell you,
Why?
the more I doom this family and this city.
Doomed either way. You might as well as tell us where he is.
He just slumps back in his chair. You make a deal with the devil, you suffer for it. Zinlani, this city is falling to ruins. We don't have the people anymore. We don't have the manpower. We don't have the resources. And the Silver Star Kingdom is putting so much pressure on us to get the Navy up to full strength, and they keep throwing ships away against the Imperium. We can't sustain this. We need help. And the Silver Star won't give it to us. So yes, I sought out other means. Eliath can get us manpower. He can get us resources. She sits there. She's silent. She's just watching him. And that kind of annoys him more that she's not responding. So you're just going to sit there? You're the governess of this city. You are supposed to do what you can for these people, and yet I'm the one that's making deals with the devil, and therefore the one that gets blamed for it. You're all hunting him. Why? Because he stole the prince? You don't have any personal investment in that. You're doing this for a paycheck.
Oh
But
no.
don't pretend you're not.
No. I'm doing it for something much more simpler.
I'm doing it for my own personal freedom. I don't even care about the money.
So
You
yes,
just-
I made a deal with the devil. A devil. Probably one of the worst ones. But if I don't follow through on my end, it all goes.
What deal did you make?
Seems almost pointless now. He kind of stares off blankly. Zinlani adjusts slightly. Where is he? Tell them. He just puts his head in his hands. What, so I can be blamed for sending them off to their deaths as well? this point, what more can I lose? Down by the old piers. Pier 8. There's a small, unassuming shack by some cranes. Head in there. And then down. You'll find a liar. He just kind of just slumps, head in hands. Zinlani's still kind of proper. She looks at Yuki. Kind of a... You understand it because you're family. It's just a now what kind of look.
So I kneel in front of Dorfir and put my hand on his shoulder.
He kind of flinches away from you slightly.
No, I grab his shoulder. He ain't flinching. Now you flinch away from me, boy. I am family. You are my family. I knew you'd done something stupid, but you're a Manzo, and your intentions were noble. I respect that. But making a deal with a devil isn't as easy as you think. What did you offer him?
He looks up and you can see almost like tears in his eyes. Our lineage.
Elaborate.
My life. And all future Manzos.
Just dead staring. Well, you gave him the future. I guess you gotta be saved by the goddamn past this time. Stand up. Not impressed with what he's just said. Grab my sword. Spend the night. In the morning, we kill a fucking vampire. Walk out the room. Ooh, that's the ruler.
As you walk past Zinlani, she watches you kind of walk towards the door. Guards! Fairly loud, and you hear footsteps come around the corner. You meet one in the corridor. They
Ignore
get to... yeah, that's absolutely fine. They get to behind one of the Sarkans. And they're kind of like...
I just...
Yes, miss?
Firstly, before whatever comes next, what was he giving you in exchange for your future?
Zinlani kind of... I don't care about that. Guards. Place Dorfir under house arrest in the old house. He's not to leave until I say. They kind of look a bit like... Sorry, my lady, what? Did I stutter? Place Dorfir under house arrest. Now. Yes, miss. And they kind of almost force their way in. They both grab him. He doesn't put up any resistance. They just hoik him up by his arms. And they both take him out. Can I do it like that? How do I...
So you select to drag and hold
like
them.
that. They will just kind of walk out. and they're gone. You are now left in the room with Zinlani. Yuki has disappeared.
How'd you go into Dorothy's room?
It's
That's right.
turned over. The rest of you are welcome to stay for the evening, if you wish. But if you have other places to sleep, you are more than welcome to head back.
Thank you very much. We will take you up on your gracious offer.
Guest quarters down the hall. A double-bedded room and a single two-bedded room. If you all don't mind, I would like to be alone.
Completely understand.
Clean up your mess.
Just you walk in and basically like the table has been kind of lifted off. There's bits of paper and stuff over the floor. The familiar kind of just like it goes back, just straightens everything up, puts it all back to where it needs to be. Does it fairly quickly.
I'll head into the room with Yuki and just go. Yuki, do you want to talk? Do you want to be left alone?
The only thing I'm thinking about right now is beheading a vampire.
Well, that was always going to happen. No, we're here for
I
you.
just light a cigarette.
Ta-da.
You take the double-bedded room because there's three of you.
Three of me.
Oh, you can sleep. You all got a spoon.
They would if you rolled over to the side. He'd be middle spoon.
Oh, yeah.
At least it's gonna be warm.
You all go to sleep.
I'm sure I've had a dream about this before.
Narcissism at the finest.
I won't say no to a long rest if you guys won't.
4 hours later, Josh wakes up. "Ah, I need to pee. It's just more of the minions around him again.
Bold of you to assume I haven't woken up in that situation on the road before. Mostly they've ended in me being robbed, but...
You can all have a long rest, and that is where we will end tonight.
Woo, what I get
Long
back
rest.
to long rest? Oh, my hit point.
Quick question, Perry.
Yes, my darling.
We've done a lot of RP. Are you happy with our RP?
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Can we have a level up? What's
He
that for?
said it, not me! He said it, not me!
It was coming, so 100%.
I was just inquiring if the
What level
DM
are you at the moment?
Level 8.
8.
8. Yeah. No, not yet.
Oh, no, he said yeah, he said yeah.
Next session will be level 9.
Oh, no, I was merely inquiring if the DM was enjoying our RP or if he, you know...
I am very much enjoying your RP.
Good.
You are doing bloody well with it.
Just making sure. I don't know why you give me that look. I didn't ask for a level up. I wasn't going
No,
to.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I do need you guys to move over your characters, though.
Yes, I will do that.
That scares me, but okay.
They need. Well, I need to be able to grab them if needed.
Dun, 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 dun.
We are all currently
wanna bring 'em
NPCs
in.
the world.
Yes.
Yeah, you are all currently NPCs.
Especially now Alistair, he's been there for a while.
Terrifies me. As long as...
Yeah, now it's the Dusty now.
But yeah, thank you all ever so much for watching. We will end it tonight there. We may do a session sort of like mid next week, but we will have
shit.
the last video of Layers of Atheris, sorry,
Tomorrow.
loaded up tomorrow. And then following Monday, we will have the backlog of Teraann Wars, one of them being uploaded about 5 o'clock. So yeah, thank you all ever so much for watching. Don't forget, if you haven't watched all the way through or if you've listened, if you could just leave a little like and maybe a little comment, just tell us how good or shit we are. We don't care which.
Engagement.
Maybe drop a subscribe. You don't have to put the bell or anything. We only upload once a week, so it's not like we're going to flood anything. But it does help out mahoosively. So yeah, the more that goes on, the more we can improve everything. So yeah, thank you all ever so much for watching, and we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Guten Morgen.